A curse has befallen the region of Icewind Dale, in the form of an unrelenting winter that has slowly chipped away at those who live here for 2 long years. Most have lost the will to believe it will ever end, as hundreds of adventurers have flocked to this region in an attempt to end the curse and go down in history. None have succeeded. Those who do live to tell their tales are left frozen and mutilated by the horrors of the region. Join us as an unlikely group of adventurers come together to try and best these lands and put an end to the curse.
Good evening, welcome back to Tabletop Tyranny. My name is... Oh shit, I fucked this up already. Good. Hey, welcome to Tabletop Tyranny, where we either play around, make tabletop, or we're tyrannical. My name is Jacob, and I will be your dungeon master for this game and for the so, thanks for stopping by. See, grab some popcorn, drink some sody water, some sparkling water, some Alka-Seltzer water, any kind of water that you enjoy. As per usual, we have our 6 adventurers, some still waving, some losing their ability to wave. They're joining us again tonight, like they have for the last several weeks, several months. We've been playing since August.
You should start making Tyler roll to wave.
Roll to wave.
Critical fail. My wrist.
If anyone has missed any of our last sessions, you can go back on our YouTube channel at youtube.com at Tabletop Tyranny. We have all of our sessions loaded up on the playlist or on the live section of the YouTube channel. We're on session 30. We've been playing for a minute, so there's some stuff to get through. You know, of course, we've had technical issues, storm issues, yada yada. It's technology. There's gonna be an issue regardless. But thanks for joining in. Enjoy the show. Before we get into the recap, it's a little bit of a smaller recap this week. But before we do that, I'm gonna ask the characters a question so they have an opportunity to try to earn a bout of inspiration. Who doesn't have inspiration? People. Okay, I see 3 hands. I see 4 hands. 5.
I have it.
Enoch is the coolest character here tonight, it seems.
I haven't burned it yet.
Yeah. I think you earned it for doing something last session too.
Yeah.
I don't remember. All right, so the question tonight is going to be. Oh, I know what the question is. So the question tonight is: three of you can each earn inspiration off this. So this is a 3-part question. So the first question I'm going to ask is, as you guys were headed out towards the sword camp, y'all were following that little stone that kind of gave you like the arrow. What was the first thing y'all came across on y'all's journey into the world? Ethan raised his hand first.
A bunch of, or is it a squall of owls? Is what it's called, or
A parliament.
it's a parliament. Thank you.
It's still. He's right. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's owls. There were a shit ton of owls. That is correct. So you can get inspiration. The second thing you can't answer. The second thing you guys came across on y'all's journey to past the owls, the next thing y'all came across was what? I think Star had a half hand raised first.
Isn't the pillars
Yep. Pillars of what?
of snow?
Yeah, you got it. Pillars of snow. Bonus question: what happened when Antiochus slapped him with the stick a bunch of times?
It
free
attacked
to
back.
All right, there you go. Craig, you got a point of inspiration.
Sweet.
Don't be hitting no miscellaneous pillars of snow, it seems. The
That
third
we know.
question. The third question is, what was the third thing y'all came across on y'all's way into?
It's a blizzard.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Who doesn't have inspiration yet?
Right.
All right, Emily, on the way back, y'all got after the blizzard was over. What did you see on the way back towards wherever y'all were going, or the way back, the way forward? Kind of were disoriented. Where did you continue to head? What other things did you see?
It was the same shit in the first order, right?
All right, you got a point of inspiration. Look at you.
Woo!
Pays to pay attention sometimes. Yeah, everyone's got a point of inspiration. Now we're gonna get into the recap. It's a little bit of a smaller recap. There wasn't much that happened last session besides, the High Assistance Guards, which is this newly side quest party, side party we have in this campaign. They fought tooth and nail through this orc prison, exploring some areas on the first floor before they realized that their damsel in distress, Miss T, was being held in the dungeon of this building. The party snuck their way down, finding more guards. Mainly, Heisei snuck his way down, and then he telepathically communicated that to his companions, two of his companions. But you guys snuck down there, saw some more guards, dealt with them easily, and y'all opened the last door of this dungeon, and you found there was a site before you saw a chieftain orc, female chieftain orc of this tribe had a blade held against another small mousy woman with these very large round glasses. And as you guys came into that room, Sir Lancelot said, and he cast the halt command, so the orc chieftain kind of relinquished her hold on Miss T, and Miss T kind of rushed towards all of y'all, or who y'all assume is Miss T. There's no one else in this room. I'm under the assumption if that is Miss T, then that's great. But she rushed to you, and now you are all just in this room with Miss T. The chieftain stands before you. She is very intimidating. She stands about maybe 6'3", pretty tall. Not like crazy, like super tall, but she's still pretty tall. She's just dressed in this get up. It looks like it's a mixture of like splint mail, and she has these two very She has like a long sword in one of her hands, and then you see that she has a short sword on her hip, like a little hip belt. But she is just muscular upon muscular. There's just scars, cuts everywhere on this person's body. It's very intimidating individual. She's very intimidating. And you guys burst into this room. Miss T runs over to y'all. She's frantic. She's like, "Oh, get me away from this person!" And she like stumbles through y'all, and you see that female chieftain is like, she's just looking at y'all. She's still halted for like 4 seconds. So like as that wears off a little bit, she says, "Who are all of you?"
Hi, my name's Antiochus.
Why are you attacking?
Why do you threaten the weak?
The weak are the ones who threaten us. I am just protecting what I find right.
How long have you been chiefess for?
She looks at you and she kind of puts her hand on her short sword, and she, you see that her just with passive insight, you see that her demeanor is getting more hostile. She's already hostile, but she's getting more hostile.
She doesn't like that.
She.
Go ahead.
She is Actually, just everyone make active insight checks. Actually, besides your passive insight, see if you can get any more.
Ooh, not bad.
Insights.
I'm not trained in it. 17.
12.
21.
11.
Okay, so more so Antiochus and Caldra. This individual is there's a little bit of, you sense the hostility. You see that the hostility is rising, but there is more of a confused hostility, it's like a sense of hesitation. You still get the sense that there's a fight brewing, but there's a sense of hesitation, and it seems as if this chieftain is waiting for one of y'all to make the move. They realize, you both realize this, that they realize they're in a corner with people that just easily dealt with different members of her orc tribe. So that's what you kind of input, and she as you kind of read that off of her, she looks around. You killed everyone in the building.
I'm just like, why are you down here? Why aren't you out with your tribe partying?
She doesn't say anything, but she kind of glances over at the cauldron in the corner, and as she like looks over the cauldron, Miss T, she points at her, kill her before she can kill me. And she like tries to push Heisei a little forward to. She like gives you a little shove. It doesn't really do much. Miss T's not strong, but she gives you a push, and you kind of feel her. And then the chieftain looks back at all of you, and she, as this action happens, she draws her short sword, and she's like in a stance. Don't come closer, I will attack.
So in Enoch, since he speaks Orcish, he's going to speak in Orc, and to the chieftain and say, it doesn't have to end like this.
The chieftain hears you say that, and she looks to the rest of the party. What did he say?
But you don't speak Orc?
No. Do you speak Orc?
What? You are, or you don't speak your own language?
No.
What?
So now Enoch's like, it's I realize I'm half Orc. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I said it wrong. Was my syntax off?
She seems very confused. She's very confused, very on edge right now.
Can
yeah,
I
be in the perspective. Yeah, what's up?
can I pull out the child's mace and be like, whose is this? And then I'll just wave it around. Like a rattle almost. Wave it around.
She sees that, and she says, "Why does that one wield a plunger?"
This is like a shaved mace. What do you mean a plunger? Like half of it? Huh?
It's a plunger.
Can I
Let's
insight check the plunger? Like, genuinely?
You can't. I mean, you can make it like a investigation check or something, not like a insight check. Can't really insight something that's not in. That's a
Like, do we know what a plunger is?
Do we know what an orc plunger is?
Right.
I think plungers are pretty universal. What'd you roll? Ethan?
Okay.
13.
It looks like that kind of like dented in half mace, half unmace thing with like it's like a little mace doll, like a little toy. It looks like that. You don't see any like plunger capabilities of it, but I mean, you never know.
Okay, give me 10 minutes. I'll get back to you.
Are we gonna do this? Are you gonna attack me like you attacked the rest?
10 minutes, please.
We just want to take the girl and go.
We're just here for the girl and the cauldron, and that's it. We were supposed to take an item, right, for the 300. I assume that's the item.
Oh yeah, that's like either that or the statue.
The chieftain says, "Why do you need the girl? She's with us. It's mine. That's mine. She does not leave alive." And she
Yours.
stands with her swords, kind of pointing at both of you.
We were told to rescue her from here.
By who?
We don't know, actually.
Did we get a name from that dude?
Russell
No.
was. No,
Russell
no,
was the contact.
Russell was the bartender.
Miss
Yeah,
T. Miss T says, as you guys are. Okay, Antiochus starts ritual casting Identify on the plunger. So everyone sees you start doing this, and the chieftain. Stop it, or I will kill you.
I said it's gonna take 10 minutes. Hang
No.
on.
And she steps forward one step. That girl's coming with me. Miss T's like, stop her! And she's like pushing past all of y'all, and she
Wait.
squeezes past.
I'm just like, hold on. What is this? What is this girl's name? All we know her as is Miss T. We don't know what the T stands for.
Hitties. No.
Probably troublemaker.
The chieftain says, "You don't know who you're supposed to rescue?"
Oh, I mean, all we know is her name is Miss T.
She's royal.
Her name is Prudence.
Prudence.
Okay.
Prudence. Tarkwold, I believe.
There's the T.
Upstairs, you guys hear some floorboards creaking. Upstairs above you, the chieftain speaks back up. She cannot leave here. She is under the belief to be a spy for someone that threatens my community.
Well, didn't y'all kidnap her?
But Miss T. Prudence speaks up. Yeah, they kidnapped me. We have to go. They're trying to kill me. The chieftain says, "No, she has not been kidnapped. She has been discovered as a spy, potentially. And I am charged to protect her, make sure no one takes her away, or," and she motions back at the cauldron, "takes that with them."
Wait.
Once again, in Orc, Enoch says, "A spy for who?"
She just eyes you. She doesn't understand whatever you just said.
Wait. So you think what he's holding is a plunger?
That is a plunger.
Hang on, 9 minutes. I'll
And
figure it
you're an orc who doesn't speak. You are an orc, right?
Do I look like an orc?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess you should make an insight check because she didn't really know if you. I don't believe you. I don't know what you could be lying to me. This is bullshit. And she just fucking is gonna try to swipe at someone. She seems as if the confusion. She doesn't. There's a bunch of emotions going on right now with her. There is, obviously the fear that a bunch of her fellow orcs have been slain. So like she's in cornered animal right now. So she's in a fight or flight. She sees this little half old, half young individual casting something. She sees Prudence attempting to push past Caldra. There are a lot of elements going into this. So she's going to, she actively starts to swing. So I'm gonna need y'all to roll initiative. There's no surprise condition or anything, but she's actively engaging. She's gonna start the fight.
I rolled in that one. I'm still confused about. She can't understand me. I swear I'm saying this stuff right.
I got 20.
All right, hold on. 1 minute. 1 minute total.
I worked on my pronunciation. I worked on this.
Okay, so Enoch said you got a nat 1, right?
That's right.
So Lancelot, you got a nat 20 for what? 20? Just 20?
Yeah.
Just 20. I'm a slow boy.
Oh, that's true. I got a 4 in that case.
So you got a 4 total? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to know the def, because even if it's a fail, it'd still be better than someone else's. Kitris, what'd you get?
6.
6? Did you get 6? Correct?
6, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I don't have the window open for her. Alright, we're gonna go to...
I
who
got
have I called
11.
on? So you got an 11, Tychus. And then, I say what'd you get?
19.
Where'd you guys go? Did I miss anyone? Did I miss anyone? Caldra? I don't have the cameras
Yeah.
on it, so I'm like switching between windows. Caldra,
Yeah.
what'd you get?
A 5, if you care to know.
See, it wasn't really that important. Anyways, nonetheless, I didn't have the window open, so that's fine. Alright, so let me put some tunes in. Just the meme of just being a dick to Star.
Yeah.
So, in this confusion, in this whatever the hell's going on state, this individual, she rears up. Thankfully, the slowest member is the fastest member. So Sir Lancelot, you see this individual. It looks like she's in the motion to strike at someone. You see that happening. You're up first, and then High say you up after her. After Sir Lancelot.
I'm gonna go for a grapple. I'm just gonna like try and like pin her to the ground.
Okay. So you're gonna make a strength check against her athletics or acrobatics. I think you make an athletics check against her acrobatics. That's the higher stuff. Okay. I'll tell you what she got first if you want. She rolled a dirty 20 total.
Alright, well she won.
Okay. Yeah, you slowly. Well, first you have to get a little closer to her, but you see she sees you kind of doing that, and she just ducks underneath your
Telegraph.
grappling tip.
Fair enough.
Is there anything else you want to try to do?
That's it. I'm gonna probably prepare to intercept. She attacks and hits me.
All right. I say you are up, and then Antiochus, you are on deck.
Wait, guess I'll just step up close and I'll use one of my psionic blades. That is a 10 to hit.
That misses. Chieftain tribe has this like splint armor on. She's very well armored. It's very makeshift, but as she ducks beneath the slow turtle grab, she instinctually kind of blocks your attack with her longsword.
Right, and then I will strike again with my bonus action with my empty hand with my other psionic blade. At 20.
That definitely hits, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Nice. The DM gets a bout of inspiration now, is that right?
Right. Not sneak attack, right?
No sneak attack, because she does. You don't have advantage on this. Actually, Kitra says it within 5 feet, so yeah, you get the sneak attack. But it's just on your first attack, or is it on any attack that hits,
I believe it is.
or is it just the first attack?
I think. Wait, sorry. It says, I think it's. Let's do it with the first attack. I'll just say there's no sneak. That will be 11
It
damage.
says once per turn you can deal an extra 2d6 damage. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll the sneak attack. It's because
Then-
Kitra says it within
That was 14 damage then total.
14 damage. Very nice. So yeah, she blocks your first attack with her long sword, and as you kind of duck underneath, try to maneuver around, you put your sonic blade like right in her ribcage. She grunts, and she just grunts. She can't do anything else. Awesome. Anything else you want to do?
Not really. Just look at her and be like, "Sorry, love, you started this though."
All right, Antiochus, you are up, buddy, and then Kitris, you are on deck.
Okay. Can I go over to the pot?
Yeah, go over the pot.
Okay. Can I look inside?
In the pot inside. So as you come across this pot, it says greenish copper. It's a very, very large cauldron. It's very beautifully drawn on a map by yours truly. But it is there are like satyrs and nymphs all around it. Very. Actually, make Arcana history check. More so history. This moment.
Star, what did you roll for initiative?
8.
6.
5.
5, okay.
I got an 8.
Yep.
Well, I don't really want to hit her. She wasn't that mean to me.
What'd you get on your history check?
8.
You got an 8. Yeah, you don't know much, but you see that these are like satyrs and nymphs from like storybooks that you've heard that you were told to when you were young, or in the timeline of you. It's very beautiful. There's nothing inside the pot itself. It's empty.
Right.
But this pot is very well made. That's all you really can get for this.
All right. Okay. I'll cast Mind Sliver.
Yeah, go for it.
She has to make an intelligence saving throw. DC 15.
She fails it.
Nice. She takes 3 psychic damage. And on her next saving throw, it's a minus 1d4.
Just remind me in case I forget.
And it's
Alright.
just like the same things come out and go into her ear.
Those storybook characters, yeah. So she just
Yeah.
gets shanked by the Psionic Blade from Heisei, and you'll all see these characters come out of the storybook. It's just kind of like like the cartoon, like the birds flying around someone's head when they get bonked really hard.
Yeah.
It's like that right now. She's like, you see her like, actively struggling with that. Awesome.
We don't have to
Citrus.
fight. We don't have to fight. That's what I'll say.
All
We
right.
don't have to.
Citrus, it's your turn, and then Caldra, you're on.
So you'll just hear Kitris say, "Why aren't we killing her?" And the other voice is like, "Just hold on." I'm gonna cast magic awareness. And so within 60 feet, I know the location of any spell or magic item. When I sense a spell, I learn which school of magic it belongs to. So I'm basically just whole room. If one thing's looking like a plunger and she's sounding like she's not an orc or something's going on, I want to see what's going on in this room.
So when you cast that, when you sense the spell, so when you're casting this, you open your magical awareness. You're still only getting a very strong ping on that cauldron. You're not seeing any kind of other magic come from any other being in this room, except you do see that there is the little you see on Enoch. You look over, I think you see on his little in his pocket is a little stone.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the stone, so the cauldron itself is I just typed cauldron on Google and it didn't tell me nothing.
It didn't bring up exactly what I wanted. Fuck.
So the cauldron has this. Doesn't really say. It's more so like a transmutation spell on the cauldron. That's the only school magic. It doesn't tell you exactly what the spell is. On the little goober stone, little stone, there is a strong. There's a strong aura of illusion magic around the stone. Then all your other characters around you have like their magical items as well. I don't know what theirs are, but what the two main sources of magic that you're sensing right now, you sense in the Enoch has that little stone in his pocket. It's got a very strong, multiple illusion spells that are kind of like creating this massive aura. But the cauldron itself is the big magic item in this room. The transmutation magic on that cauldron it's pretty fucking incredible. Some would say it's even rare, wondrous. But that's what you get with your magical awareness.
Okay. So I will just say over to Enoch. Since we don't need the stone anymore, I suggest smashing it, because it might be changing the way we perceive things. I'm getting a very strong illusion aura from it. And then the other voice is, "You don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
I like that.
And that's my turn. I don't have any like rage left or anything, so.
Okay, cool. That's your turn. Good turn. We go over to Caldra, and then Enoch, you were on deck. Caldra, in front of you, Prudence or Miss T, however you want to call her, she is actively trying to get past you. She's freaking out. She's like, she's trying to kill me! And she's like trying to climb past you. Oh my god! That's a beautiful shawl! Scarf! We can talk about it later!
Does she look hurt at all, or?
She doesn't look hurt. She doesn't look. There's like a small mark on her neck where a sword was placed against, like just from pressure. But there's no cut. She looks perfectly healthy. Her hair's a little distraught, a little greasy. She probably needs a bath, but.
Okay. I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna turn to a spider again.
Ooh, okay. A giant wolf spider. Do you want to move and then transform, or do you want to just transform it from right here?
I would probably back up.
Okay.
Change. Or before I change, I'd be like, all right, this is gonna seem scary, but just hop on, okay?
Okay.
Whoa.
And then I'll change and hopefully she jumps on and I'm gonna move this
So
way.
you turn to your
when she
giant wolf
gets on.
spider form. She can't. She doesn't get to act until her turn. She goes last on initiative here.
Okay.
But she sees you transform into this creature. She's like, "Ah!" And she just screams and she like kind of looks back and forth, trying to contemplate which direction is probably better to head. And she's scared, but she doesn't see. She's terrified, but she's not gonna listen to what you suggest. She seems like she will ride your spider.
Okay. Then I will just wait for her to hop on so I can get away with her.
Awesome. So you wanna? So that was your bonus action to transform, correct? Yes.
Yeah,
So do you
as
wanna-
an action, you can magically assume the
Okay.
shape of a beast.
Okay, so you won't be able to move until it comes back to her turn. Or it comes back to your turn.
Yep, that's
Okay,
all I got.
awesome. Pretty well used. I like it. Alright, Enoch, it is your turn, and then it will be the chieftain's turn.
So, Enoch has no reason to really doubt Kitris, and he is very aware that something is weird going on, and they have found what they're after. So he's like, I might as well. So he pulls out the guide stone and sets it on the ground, and takes his quarterstaff and tries to hopefully just crush it.
Make an attack roll. Make an attack.
Uh-oh. That'd be disappointing. Oh, okay, good. 24.
Okay.
You needed a 25.
Oh, that would have been perfect. Yeah. No. That's great. Actually, that hits. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
There's two.
What does your weapon do? Is it bludgeoning, piercing, slashing?
It's gonna be bludgeoning.
Okay.
That's gonna be 1d8. Good on two-handed.
Good against
This one. No, that's 10. Let's see. Here we go. D8 plus 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right. So here's what happens when you bring the staff down on top of this stone. As you strike it, sparks go and shatter from it. It's still intact. It doesn't break entirely. But you see that the stone itself is cracking, as if it's made from a different material besides just stone. Stone don't just crack like that.
Right.
I mean, unless it's normal for you to hit stone and it just crack because you're so fucking cool.
Right.
But usually stone doesn't crack like that. But when you strike down on it, these sparks they sunder everywhere. And you all, for the briefest of a moment, there's searing pain in your head as like the lights around you go really bright, as if you just open your eyes for the first time. They go bright, and you see the form of the chieftain kind of flicker a little bit, and she goes between this orcish woman to this human woman, and it's just like flickers for a second. You all notice it,
Right.
and then everything reverts back to normal. Everything goes back to what you initially saw. You see the chieftain in front of you. None of you really know what that was. That's so strange, but you did notice that whenever Enoch smacked the stone, that it did happen. So,
If that's the case, then I'm going to spend a monk point and attack it 2 more times.
okay. Go for
I'm
it.
going to stamp on it.
Stomp it.
Wow. Tough feat. So that is a 10.
That misses.
One. Okay. And my other one, 24.
Yeah, that hits. Like before.
Yeah, and that is 1d4 plus 4. 7 points of damage.
Yeah, you go, you stamp it, you stomp with your foot, and as your foot makes contact with the stone, just shatters. And it's like, as it shatters, it's like, just imagine like glass breaking. Oh, it just got scattered across the room. Y'all all feel that same sensation again, where the lights just get really bright, and you have this like, super hard migraine. And you open your eyes, and you see that there's no longer an orc woman standing in front of you, but there's this human woman, decked out on this splint armor. They look, you know, they have a dagger, a psionic dagger into their ribs. They have little cuckoo birds flying above their head. They're not doing the best, but it is a human. There's no longer an orc chieftain around you. You see that the room itself stays the same. Prudence stays the same. But there's no longer a chieftain, orc chieftain tribal. There's a human, looks like a guard. Her armor is very much like a town's guard. Yeah, anything else you want to do?
She says, "Sir, I thought you were an orc," and he says an orc.
She says, her voice differently. She speaks. No, I'm not an orc. I told you that. You see that her voice doesn't sound as intimidating. It's more so a sincere tone. You all recognize it's a sincere tone. Like something's happened. Something's going on. All right, so it's the veteran's turn. If you're done, did you want to move or anything?
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
The veteran is going to. She's still going to attack. She's going to attack Heisei because he's going to attack her. She's going to, with both of her swords drawn, she's going to make 2 longsword attacks against you, and then she's going to make 1 longsword attack, and then she's going to make 1 short sword.
You got this.
Oh, actually, no.
Scimitar.
So this says the veteran makes 2 longsword attacks. If it has a short sword drawn, it can also make a short sword attack.
3 attacks.
So that's 3 attacks. So she's going to do 3 attacks against you. So the first longsword attack.
Good thing you're a barbarian, right?
Yeah.
So the first one's gonna be a 22.
Oh.
The second attack is gonna be a nat 1. She misses on that one. And the third attack is going to be a miss as well. Another nat 1. Yeah. So the first strike, she still has your psionic blade. She's just going to kind of slap down on your arm, like try to cut your arm off in that motion, but you kind of pull back instinctually, and she just like grazes the top of your hand. So she like cuts a little bit of flesh off the top of your hand. It's very disgusting, very gross. You're gonna take
9.
5 points of slashing damage.
I do intercept that though.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. With my shield, and I take that down to nothing. I just like throw my shield in the way. I rolled a 7. So
So she tries to cut your hand off. You pull it back. She doesn't even graze your skin because Sir Lancelot, with when he was trying to grab, he's still like in the motion of grabbing, but he was so slow that he like blocks the attack. Yeah, he like blocks the attack. Sir Lancelot, you like pull your hand back and like oh. That's her turn. She's going to back up. She's gonna step away. Kitris and Heisei, if you want to make an attack of opportunity, you can definitely do that.
I don't.
She steps away with her sword drawn, and she kind of like, she literally puts herself in a corner. She doesn't. I'm just gonna use a chieftain token for the rest of this because I don't want to find another token. But she is in the corner. That's her turn. We go back up to the top of the initiative. So Lancelot, you were on deck. At the top, actually Prudence gets on top of the giant wolf spider. And she crawls and she's like, ew, this is nasty. Gross. Spiders are gross. That's her whole action. This individual gets in the corner. Up above you, you guys hear some footsteps. You hear more footsteps. It sounds like they're getting closer. Not more, but it sounds like they're getting closer. Awesome. So Lancelot, it is your turn. Let me see what you want. So. I would say, yeah, actually, Emily, that's a great point. Yeah, you would recognize this as Sir Arlagath. The Iron Quartet would definitely see this as Sir Arlagath. Enoch, you recognize her as well as the captain of East Haven's militia.
Okay.
But she's in the corner. She's got both her swords raised, and she's a cornered animal right now. She's on edge.
Sweet Jesus! Arlagus! We were under a spell. I am so sorry. And I will kneel.
Oh. Okay, I like that. Go ahead and make a. I think it's like a persuasion check.
Yeah. Persuasion. That is a 21.
Nice. She her demeanor drops a little bit. You know my name. Who are you?
I am Sir Lancelot of the Iron Quartet. I believe we have met in the past, but when we entered this room, we were under a spell, and I did not recognize you. I'm sorry.
Her swords kind of lower a little bit. She sheaths them. She doesn't sheath them. She still has them. She lowers them down to her waist, and she says, "Sir Lancelot, you're one of the Iron Quartet, right? You're one of Nerth's dogs, aren't you?"
Oh.
Did he send you to kill me? She doesn't seem hostile though when she says this.
Are we out of initiative?
At this point, we're kind of out. Yeah.
I'll just.
While all this is happening, I don't think Caltra, I don't think you would really know what's going on behind you.
Nope, I'm.
But Prudence is like hitting your sides like a horse to make you run. I would say you probably get around the corner before any conversation starts. I'll just put you right there. Yeah. So. Yeah, we're out of combat. The Captain Arlagath, she has her swords lowered, and she says that like, "Are you Nair sent you? You're one of your dogs?" But she doesn't seem hostile. She seems like it's like an open-ended question, more so like a rhetorical question. But
we were given a job to do, and I was under the impression it was for the good of the people. It appears that I was misled. Well, has extra flavor text. I like lay down my morning star in front of me and bow. she's. I think I'm beginning to understand a little bit. You don't have to do all that. Can you all just sheath your weapons and back up? Yes, I say.
Sorry, I'm a little confused. Are we killing this lady or not? Because I'm ready to fucking kill someone.
No.
She like raises her swords back up a little bit. Somebody get your boy.
Who the fuck am I killing then?
With my body.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Arlagath, do you know anyone who has the kind of magic that could do this? And Enoch has like whatever is left of the guide stone. He kind of just lets it drop out of his hands. The shards of it drop out of his hands.
She saw the stone drop, and she saw exactly what it was. She said, "Yeah, the stone with the hole in the middle. Those are usually,
right.
From where I'm from, those are called hagstones."
Yeah, it led us here.
What's that?
It's an old folk story that if you peer through them, you'll be able to see another realm or another. It's so long ago, I don't remember. But that's not a normal rock. Those rocks aren't natural here. She just seems to start stuttering at that. I don't know anyone like that, but I assume if the Iron Quartet members are here and she recognizes you now, you're not
Right.
Enoch, and she's like, then I'm sure Councilman Merith sent you to kill me, dispatch me. Where's Prudence? Yes, Tychus.
Is it a plunger? Can I pull it back out? Is it a plunger?
Oh yeah, when the stone broke, it was a plunger. You said it's a plunger. There's a little shit on it. There's a little bit of dry dookie on it too.
Ew! I'll throw it on the ground. Ew!
She looks over at you and then just to notice she's back to the rest of the party. Yeah. So she's walks up a little bit to the rest of you all. Well, did you kill all of my men, or?
I mean, we killed what we thought were orc guards
That's
on.
fine.
I mean, it's not now.
Well, they did their duty, you know. It sucks that this is what we're in right now, but we need to get Prudence before she gets too far away. I don't know what's happening out there, but I don't see her no more. I don't hear her, but she's in Nid's pocket.
We had one more party member out there in the hallway, so hopefully.
Yeah, at this point, Calger, you guys are like right here. As you guys are right there, something interesting happened. So, you see, you hear that the footsteps are coming down the stairs. So I will say you can get to either side if you want of the chamber, the alleyway right there, the door, with Prudence in tow. But there are, you see what looks like four foot people walking down the stairs there.
Can I climb up the wall and go to the ceiling?
Oh, yeah.
With-
Are you?
And hopefully Prudence will hang on, or maybe sit on my belly while I'm hanging on.
I think what you would do is as you're doing, you like kind of like put a little bit of web on her. You like web her up a little bit, like as a little
Yeah, that
loose
sounds
little
good.
pouch, like a little kangaroo pouch, but on a spider.
Yeah.
And you take her up there, and what you see beneath you as actually make a stealth check too, because the ceilings in here aren't like crazy high, but you're like a little spider, so you can probably.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Just in
Perfect,
case.
go for it.
Come on. Okay. 19.
Perfect. Yeah. So you cling to the wall, to the roof, and you see, you saw 4 feet, so 2 people, descend down the stairs, and you see there are these small, they look like dwarves a little bit. You're common with dwarves, but these guys have like this grayish purple tinted skin, as they kind of run down the stairs. They don't notice you, but as they run down the stairs, they see the blood on the ground right there, and they look at each other, and they, as they look to each other, you see that they just vanish from sight and go invisible.
Can I use my mind? Oh no, I can't.
Were there
Hold
4 of them?
on. Let me read that.
She saw 4 footsteps. There's only 2 that descended. 4 feet. There's only 2 that descended.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I misspoke when I missed.
I thought it was the congregation that
No,
I
no,
had
no.
not caught.
But they go invisible, and then as you're clinging to the roof, you see these bodies bleeding. They go invisible, and then you hear the stairs start to creak as if they are ascending the staircase away from whatever was happening.
I can't tell y'all because I can't see anyone. I'm gonna just kind of go back, follow
Okay, you
on
skitter
the
back.
ceiling,
Okay.
and
Prudence
like,
is kind of wrapped up in your cocoon at the moment. Probably.
yeah, I'm probably just gonna go as fast as I can. So if they hear me, they
Okay.
hear me.
So yeah, so these 2 purplish dwarves, they saw this bloody bath, and they went invisible, and they went back up you heard them go up the stairs rather hastily.
Oh, they went back up the stairs.
Yeah, they went back up the stairs. You saw that
Oh.
when they like whispered to each other, their expression on their face was like, oh shit.
Well, then I would just go like around the corner where I
Okay.
can see someone.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, so the door guard
Wait.
disappear.
I have to be 30 feet away.
And as you're skittering back, we're kind of going to go back to the original group in the room. So, Caldra, you saw that. You know something's going on. You skitter back. You don't make it completely exit the room, but we go back to the main room. The Captain Arlaga is like, we need to get prudent. We got to stop her. If she gets back to Nerth, I don't know what'll happen, but we don't want that to happen.
I will just step out into the hallway and just call after Caldra. I'll just say, Caldra! Caldra, where are you?
I think at this moment you just see a spider skittering across the roof with a little cocoon sack on her tummy, and the legs of Prudence hanging out of it.
Love it.
you see the spider clambering back towards you on the roof of the dungeon. Just for sake of easiness, Caldra, you rejoin the rest of the party. So you're all in this room. Prudence is she's toddler strapped, but she's got her arms and like it's like her back is to your belly, so she's got her arms and legs out or whatever. So kind of like a little toddler. You have a little toddler backpack.
Is she on my back or my belly?
She's on your belly.
Okay.
Backpack.
So as you're climbing the roof, she was hitting her head against the dungeon roof too. She's a little bruised up, but
Oh my goodness.
she's like, why are we back here? No!
So I'll just say to Sir Lancelot and Enoch, I'll say, what's the plan?
Well,
then-
clearly, Sir Lancelot, we have been lied to.
What has happened is unforgivable. We must. I have some questions.
Here,
for
Star's
our
trying to say
lawyer.
something.
Yeah, immediately I would have been to Kitris in his mind. I would have been like, sorry guys, I don't want to do the whisper voice today.
You're right.
Just imagine a creepy whisper voice. But
Oh.
to Kitris, she'll say, two dwarfs just went invisible. Also, I assume I caught the end of that. I'd be like, lies, what's going on?
And back in your head, I don't know much about dwarves, but look around. That's not an orc.
Yeah, you see this human female with this very nice splint mail on, very, very well shined, and it's really well taken care of. She's bleeding a little bit, but it's not too crazy.
Could I tug on Sir Lancelot's just their leg or whatever, or their hand, and be like, is this worse than the spelling bee?
It is much worse.
Now I'm questioning everything. Maybe those weren't knucklehead trout poachers.
Maybe the kids weren't on Adderall.
They want scuba.
Nerf has to answer for this.
Yes.
We killed innocent people.
So, go ahead, Tyler.
I was just gonna say, so what's the we were hired to kill them, I guess, or to bring Miss T back, not necessarily kill Arlaga, or kill the guard lady. I wouldn't know. So what's the plan?
Make as if we brought her. We need to make sure that Prudence can't speak, though.
And you'll see the spider shoot some webs out, and then she'll put it over her mouth.
She starts to flail around.
And then you'll see her front legs
You shrug, spider shrug? Is that what you just did?
yeah, I don't know here.
And then you can write a message that says, "That's some pig," to distract them.
So I will say to Arlagath, so, I mean, if we are to trust you more than, who set us up, I don't like being set up. I don't think any of us like being set up for anything. If we are to trust you, I guess the question is
do we stop them here, or do we make them think that we have succeeded and stop them later down the road?
She looks at you. It's probably better to play dumb and act like the job was completed. I think you should have the intentions of finishing the job, so to speak. But we have this knowledge now that we can act on. We can do something.
Right, but we don't want to kill you. So I mean, what do we?
Oh, I can just come with you.
That's a great idea. I mean, we have to. So we have to take Prudence. We have to take the cauldron, and now you are coming. Do you want to just ride in the cauldron?
Could we pretend? Could we make it look as if she's been captured? She's a prisoner.
Do you want to? You can, if you want to.
Hmm.
I mean, I can act asleep, and you can put handcuffs or something on me. She pulls out some manacles. But we should probably.
You see Kaldra putting her webs away, like.
He's sticking it back in your spider butt.
No, she's just like setting it on the ground, like, oh, okay.
Or we could use the webs. She sees you. Or we could use the webs. I think it's probably best to. What do you? I think it's probably best to play dumb and have the opportunity to surprise them. We can. But
Is there any?
I can't. I won't be able to stay around if all these. You've already killed most of my guards, or probably all of my guards already. And I know you say you were under a spell, which I believe right now. I don't have much proof, but there was that hagstone, and that is enough proof I need at the moment. You aren't trying to kill me right now, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt to say that you were manipulated. But I can't stay here if I'm supposed to be dead.
Is there any way maybe we could dress up one of the other dead gods in your armor and try to fake your death?
Yeah, that's probably the best. Always best plan to do that. Yeah. She begins to like take off her armor. You know, she starts to undo it. It takes like 10 minutes for her to do because it's so
Right.
it's heavy armor. But she begins to take it off.
Actually, while she's doing that, I'll just say, by the way, there were 2 purple dwarves who came down the stairs and then left when they saw something. What was it? Are you back? Are you still in spider form? Oh, okay. Yeah, and then they left. That's all the information I got from the spider.
So as she's undoing her armor, she says, "That's news to me. Didn't believe we had purple dwarves. I've never heard of a purple dwarf before, but we should probably hurry then. Go get one of the guards, preferably one of the females. I can.
Yeah,
finish doing this.
I'll go out there and find one of the female guards and bring her in.
Yeah, you find one that looks close enough to her. Yeah, you bring it back to the room. She gets her armor off, and she puts it back, and she looks over to the rest of you, and she says, "Well, what are we gonna do with Prudence?" Well, maybe we should discuss that when we leave. We should probably get out of here.
Yeah.
We could just tell Russell or whoever's waiting on us that she's incredibly annoying, and we had no choice but to web her up.
Okay. And she said, when you say web rub, she means. She looks at you and you said, "You mean web?" Or, oh.
Like, web her mouth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My
What are you
Kit-
What was
I think,
Sorry.
I think he meant killer.
Kitrus's other voice is like, "Yeah, did we have to bring her back alive, or can she be dead?"
Kitrus, you'll hear in your head. She has to be alive. That was like part of the whole thing. She has to be rescued.
We don't want to tip her hand too soon.
So
Yeah.
you're only saying that to me?
Yeah, because I can't talk as a speller.
Okay, so everybody just hears me say bummer.
We just think it's you talking to yourself.
Right, exactly.
Oh man.
So I guess both of them go in the cauldron?
Oh,
I don't know. Probably not.
we could fit him.
I mean, she can just stay on my back
Oh,
for an hour.
She's still flailing around. She hears everything you guys are talking about right now.
Yeah,
She just
yeah,
has her
yeah.
mouth shut.
yeah.
Could I knock her out?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a. You can attack her. Just make it's non-lethal. So you just do
Right.
a normal attack. It's just non-lethal.
But
Just
would
hit the
she?
flare.
Would you tell Counter before you did this? Because she's on her belly.
No.
So Counter is like, when you get close to her and you can do the stance, she like backs up onto the wall and starts to climb back. Like, what are you doing?
Knock
I'm-
her out.
Yeah,
Trying to make
get
this
her.
easy.
Oh,
You know, people's elbow.
okay. And then she'll go like this with one hand or one leg, and she'll get up on the door frame and kind of like sprawl out so you can hit her.
You wanna like dangle her down like a little punch bag too.
Oh, that would be funnier. Yes.
Yeah,
Do
you
like
climb up
a-
on a door frame and you like
Do like a
drop her
speed
little
bag.
bit, and she's just a wiggling little punching bag there. Go ahead and make you can make this attack. I'm just saying you don't have to make an attack roll. You just pop out and she goes limp and quits wiggling.
Wow, this is just what I heard about you, actually. That you do stuff like this all the time. Wow.
So while he was doing that, I'm eyeing up the cauldron to see if the cauldron can fit through that doorway.
Yeah.
Okay.
It got down here one way. It can get out. You probably have to turn it on something.
Okay.
Gotta
And then do
pivot.
like that. Do the awkward angling through the door thing you have to
Hook
do.
it.
You know,
Hook
with
it.
things that have legs. But it got down here one way, so you can get it out. You make it safe or something. It'll just probably be a pain in the ass to will out.
So I'll just turn to our Lagoth and say, oh, when we were walking in, we heard like a party going on. Did we not actually hear a party? That sounded like there were a lot of orcs, but
That's sounds like the wet trout. There's the sacrifices last night. It's tonight, and they're throwing a party. And while everyone was partying over there, we were to stay here and protect the cauldron. Make sure Prudence, whatever happened, make sure she didn't pull a fast one on us.
So is that like the whole town? Like no one's gonna see us when we leave, type of thing, or?
It should be, for the most part, be the whole town. Did you not see anyone enter when you came in?
And what? Say it again.
Did you not see anyone out on the streets when you came in? You had to come through the streets, right?
No, we didn't. No, just we just heard the party off in the distance.
Saw the lights of the fires.
She's like, there should have been at least some Dell folk out on the streets. Not everyone went to the party. I mean, most people went to the party, but that's something's going on. Something strange is happening.
Yeah, we didn't like outside the game. We didn't even see a town, right? We just saw.
I saw a orc truck. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
No, it was like an orc town
yeah, yeah,
with the air quotes around it.
yeah. So I'll just relay that to her and just say everything looked like an orc village to us. So
Okay, well, it probably won't look like that since this
Right.
magic's probably worn off or it's broken now.
well, I mean, I suppose let's get going before anyone else comes down here, and I guess we have to keep our eye out for purple dwarves.
You
Oh.
guys, are you
What?
putting both?
What's the celebration for?
It's the sacrifices last night alive, and so
Oh.
Torg's caravan thought it'd be a good idea to throw them up, kind of like a last day alive party.
A bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, you froze, Tyler.
Oh, he froze. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I hear your voice though.
Whoa. Jesus. I said, that's a bit morbid.
Yeah.
Well, better to be drunk and hungover, and then be hungover the next day when you die, so you're miserable, right? I don't know. It was just something proposed last minute. Who knows?
Okay. Well, let's get out of here. Get our money, or backstab the Nerith fucker, whatever.
So I just say, I think you in the cauldron and the girl can stay on the spider's back or belly or wherever she is. You have an hour, right? As a spider? Yeah. For now.
So
anyway.
yeah, you guys load up these the two in the cauldron, or you do what you need to. You get out of the dungeon. You're back up on the first floor. Up on the first floor, you don't see anyone up here. You don't see anything up here. Actually, before I ask, do you guys want to just get out of the building? What do y'all want to do? Tell me just straightforward. You want to just get out of the building, start heading back, or what's the game?
I think we
That's
haul
what it
ass.
sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
Oh,
Yeah. Haul ass
Could
the way
I-
we came, yeah.
Could I? Alagus, is there anything we should grab before we go? Anything that would be important? We're not coming back, so anything that she might have had notes on?
I don't think she. We searched all her belongings in her room,
Okay.
and unbeknownst to her, but we didn't find anything telling. So if she had any revealing information on her at the time, it's not on her anymore, and it was probably sent off or it's somehow communicated. I don't know how.
What's on-
little spy works?
What's on the second floor? We didn't go up there.
On the second floor, there are. On the second floor, it's mainly our event venue, our small claims court,
Oh.
fishing permit license, registration offices. There's an employee break room up there.
Ooh.
The interesting stuff. Gotcha.
We have a town library on the third floor, but that's not much of a collection.
Small claims court.
You
Okay,
could just
well-
say it sounds fucking boring. Let's go.
The library, though.
Sir Lancelot said, his head up like he remembered something. Arlagus, are you aware that you have a statue of evil near the front of this town hall?
You're talking about the little figurehead in the room above.
It's cursed.
It's
I don't know.
cursed.
I have no idea about that, but that seems like a problem for another day. We gotta unless you want to drag it off too, but
Nah, we'll leave it here.
all right.
I don't want to touch it.
Hey, Tygus, you want to touch it?
I kind of wanted to push it over before we left.
You want to try to push it over?
I don't know how we could do it without touching it.
Sick.
Another day. Another day.
I've got a pretty good quarterstaff.
So you guys,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll use my quarterstaff. He'll use his quarterstaff. We'll just push it with
Just
our quarterstaff.
poke.
okay. That's what we're
Do
doing.
not
Huh?
touch it.
Yeah.
Roll,
No,
roll
I
to
will.
poke.
I will stop you.
Oh,
No, it's with my quarterstaff. I won't be touching it.
don't question Sir Lancelot. He is wise.
You never let me have any fun.
I think we
In the
just
ways of-
need to
In the
go.
ways of poking.
Okay, we could
Captain
go.
Arlagus is like, we should probably get the fuck out of here.
Fine, fine.
As you guys are like walking past the dead guard, you can see that she's sad that they're dead.
Oh, yeah.
I feel real bad.
And I think most of you probably have that, that feeling
Phoenix,
like,
like-
oh.
And I need that guy real good. Killed him.
Yeah, but as you guys are walking, these are dead like humans. These are dead guards. They're not worse. You all
Right.
see that clearly. You go upstairs and you see just the carnage that was committed against these people.
So inside, Enoch is also like, so they killed orcs without a second thought, and now that they're humans, oh no. I said, okay. I just,
You'll hear Kitris go, ooh! And then hands over his mouth because the one Kitris is muting the other Kitris.
saying horrible things.
Yeah, you guys make your way. You start making your way out. As you are leaving the establishment, make some perception checks on your way walking out.
Perception.
God.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
I'll use my inspiration.
19.
Yeah, I like it.
That's better.
I rolled well. Perception? I got a natural 20 for 22.
Nice.
23.
Okay.
Damn, guys. I got a 7. Let's go.
I also got a 7.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Those of you all got pretty good rolls except for Heisei and Kitris. As you guys are leaving the establishment, you see you see a couple things. You see these little snowflakes begin to take form on these dead guards. It's like it's weird. It looks like a brand, a tattoo, but it's glowing. It's strange. You don't know what the hell that is.
Hey, none of us have any experience with that, right?
It is strange. No, nope. It is strange, but y'all see this like symbol pop up on their heads. It's very faint though. It's like it looks like an old scar or some sort. Like very very old. It's very hard to make out, but with those high rolls, you notice that. You exit the building. And as you exit the building as a group, you see kind of off in the kind of around the town, you see what looks like multiple robed figures walking around the town, like doing something outside the buildings. It looks like these looks like they're wearing like these holy robes, these religious robes. But they look like they're going door to door, and it looks like they're moving their hands in some sort of way. Those of you that have arcane training know that it looks like something magical is happening. All these like robed individuals, there's a lot. They don't really you see that some notice you, but they don't really give two fucks. They see you and they're like, if you wave at them, they don't really pay attention. But they do take notice of you all. You do hear that party is still going crazy off in the distance.
Rager.
But other than the robed figures in the streets, you don't see anything else. No other Del folk. And you find that your axe beaks are, you haul your stuff off towards the area you tied your axe beaks up to, and you latch them you latch the cauldron on the axe beaks. You get everyone set up, and you're ready to go. What are y'all doing? Just heading?
I'm gonna struggle to get on my axe beak.
You do struggle, yes you do.
Lancelot pushes me up.
And it's like pick you up like a child.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we just go, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we need anything.
I don't get on. I just stay in my spider form.
Yeah, that axe beak is kind of freaked the fuck out with this huge spider just fucking. It lets out like an anxious fart. That's all.
You're making him gassy.
Real quick, I nudge Enoch. Just like
You
you.
definitely can.
Hey Enoch.
Yeah.
What happened there? I kind of blacked out when we were sneaking in.
What happened?
Where were we?
We
We
were
were infiltrating orcs.
right. We were. Turns out we were under a mass illusion. That remember the guide stone that I had that was telling us where to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, that had an illusion placed on it, and it made us all think that we were fighting orcs and infiltrating a prison tower. And it turns out that they were just humans, and Miss T, who we thought we were rescuing, is actually the agent of townspeaker Nerith, who Sir Lancelot and I work for, and it turns out he may be up to no good.
Oh. So
We-
we're
we
working
were
for the
killing-
bad guy.
Yeah, it turns out that we were doing somebody's dirty work for him, and we didn't realize that until almost too late.
Okay. So, sorry to bother. Appreciate the info.
Oh, that's fine.
Can I hop on my XP?
Either you raised your hand. Did you want to do something?
No, I realized that I wasn't in the scene, so I was like, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go swap screens. Yeah, you guys get on your Xboxes. Let's take a quick break, bathroom break, real quick. Just get some. Come back, meet back in 5 minutes, and we'll continue the story with whatever the fuck is going on. Welcome back, everybody. We are back from our potty break and our water break and our snacky break. So you guys are all loaded up. Got the axe beaks loaded. You're on the outskirts of. Like as you exited the building, you saw those robed, holy-looking figures that were like doing some of the buildings. But you do know this. You're not in a work. This is not a work city. You see there. This is a civilized. They are still waving. Yes. You see that this is a civilized town. This is those of you that have been in Icewind Dale, you recognize this as East Haven. And I think each of you at one point in time would have passed through this town, so you have a familiar recognition of it. This is Jacob just saying he doesn't want to describe it again.
Fair.
He doesn't want to describe it.
Yep.
But,
What about the viewers though, Jake?
they're in a city in the north.
It's cold,
pretty
covered in
crazy.
snow.
It's pretty crazy. But yeah, they're like those little, there's like all these cobblestone walls on the street. But basically, you guys exit, now knowing this is not an orc town, camp, tribe, civilization, whatever the fuck it was. You're all kind of pissed though. You've been manipulated in a way. But you all head out, and as you are setting away from the town of East Haven, your pace is a little slow, just due to the cauldron and the two individuals that are coming with you. But it's not anything that's going to, it's going to slow you down, but it's not like a crazy bog down kind of thing. But as you are traveling, you guys can feel free to interact with one another, talk right now. You guys are traveling along the Eastway, which is this basically think of it as like a highway between East Haven and Bryn Shander. Now you guys can stay on the Eastway and pass through Bryn Shander, or well, you won't be able to pass through Bryn Shander because those of you that have been nice will know that Bryn Shander locks their doors at nightfall, and so you want to be able to pass through the town. But you would be able to continue along the Eastway and then kind of go around Bryn Shander to go towards Targos, which, if that is where y'all's destination is, y'all can easily do so.
Yeah.
But I'm going to turn the scene over to you. You guys know that you are on the road again. You are heading towards
On the road again.
the destination of Targos, unless you want to alter your path to some other location.
I think we should stay the course.
Yeah. What do we do about? What do we do about the lady, Misty, or whatever her name?
You'll just hear Kitris say, I don't see why we can't just kill her and make it sound like, and this is his normal voice, and make it sound like she died there. And we failed that part of our job. I mean,
That was the important part, right? That was like we needed her.
That was the main goal.
Yeah.
but she heard everything. She has heard everything. If we turn her over,
I suspect that, I mean, it's not like we're going to just linger very long and be chummy with Russell and whoever else shows up to congratulate us.
right?
Are there any plants around here that cause amnesia or memory loss?
Make a nature check.
Okay. Would anyone like? Okay, I guess I'll just roll.
I'm a spider, or I would help you.
Nature. Oh shit. 21.
Hot damn.
You know that there is a plant in Icewind Dale that can cause amnesia, but it's not a easily accessible plant. It is a plant that is deep within the mountains of the spine of the world,
Fuck.
Oh,
and they only grow. It's only a single flower grows every 3 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there is fauna that can do that here, but it's pretty inaccessible.
Does
It's not
anyone sell
easily
them?
Your best bet would be to probably ask around in different towns,
I bet you a hag would have one.
but if they are sold, they would be quite expensive just due to the.
Oh right. We're
if
fine,
Enoch
go
had
ahead.
known, he would have brought some with him from the spine of the world. He just didn't think ahead.
I guess we could. This
That's
is
the
a
only
bit.
thing you need for amnesia. Is your
Yeah,
fists.
that's what I was.
Yeah.
We could just hit her and hope that works. I don't know. That seems bad. I
Not-
don't like saying that.
Just repeatedly knock her out and check every time she wakes up. Do you remember?
It
Do you
sounds bad.
remember?
I don't like this.
I think
What was your
eventually she
name?
would just say. I think eventually she would just say no because she's afraid to get punched again. But
What's your name? I don't know.
Well, I think if the plan is to try to deceive them into thinking that we have completed the job, we might need to fail part of it.
So are we actually are we gonna just to clarify, are we heading to Targos to collect the reward and then take out Nerth and Russell, or are we just gonna bust in and take them out?
Oh, I didn't know that we were gonna just take him out right away. I thought this was gonna be a long game type of thing.
Yes, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of my understanding.
just
we were gonna
clarifying.
get close to them.
Yeah.
Weasel our way into their good graces.
Before I start swinging away. Well, me and Sir Lancelot are already in Nerth's good graces.
Right. So that might make our story more believable
Right.
because you know him.
Captain Arlagat, with her hands webbed up in the cauldron, she says, "Well, if obviously, Nerd sent you to retrieve Prudence, and he knows something must be up, right? I mean,
Correct.
I wasn't told that she. The last thing I was told by another adventuring group that remains unnamed, just because they haven't found a brand yet. They're trying, but they showed me a note saying that all it did was inform that there was this cauldron that could potentially, give power over the people just because you can supply food. So, I don't think he knew that she would be. I don't think he knew she would be like in a dungeon or anything. That wasn't part of the note. She didn't forewarn or say anything of that. So I don't know why or how you were informed. Besides, I guess maybe you just wanted the cauldron. I don't know how fucking snakes work.
I guess
Fuck that guy.
I guess we could just
Could we
Sure.
stash her in Bryn Shander or something?
I mean, we
With
could
who?
ask her. We could, Captain Arlagus, we could wake her up and ask her questions and see if she's willing to go along with the plan. I mean,
We could throw her in a lake.
she doesn't seem very
See if she's a witch.
hard to intimidate.
Right, if she's a rat for one person, maybe she'd switch to be a rat for another person, right?
No, that's true. And if she doesn't want to, we could just stash her in a lake or something.
in the ground. Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I think the problem is we'd never be able to trust her word, right? Yeah, I say we just kill her.
We should try interrogating her first, right?
Oh, right, yeah, that, too.
Okay. Yes, Caldra?
He's still a spider.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
Did her axe beak come with us? Like, are we, like, pulling it by the reins?
Yeah, it's the one that's holding the cauldron right now.
Oh, okay, that's right.
It's hooked
That's
up
right.
to the cauldron.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess let's wake her up.
Before
I
you
can do
guys
it.
wake her up, you are traveling down the east way, down the beaten road. There's no one on the streets, especially at this time of night. It's probably well over midnight. It's late at night. You notice something really strange begin to happen. The normal blue and greens that usually fill the sky at night, this beautiful aurora. Even though it's beautiful, it's it's just something weird happens. It just the wind around you starts picking up faster and faster, and you see that the greens and blues begin to turn a shade of this really orangish red. And you see there's like little clusters of like lightning streaking across the sky. Also, sorry the picture's so tiny. I couldn't scale it up. So you probably have to zoom in. But the normal's blue and green turning to this red and orange. It's a beautiful light show. It's like as if there's this just unnaturally bloody, like it's just unnaturally bloody crimson sky. It's very beautiful, very awe-inspiring. But it's strange because this never happens. I suppose you're used to the blue. But as you see the sky above you change, the winds begin to pick up. They kick all up around you as these large clusters of lightning streaks become more frequent as they fall across the sky. And you guys are kind of having to put your hands up to keep the ice from stinging at your eyes. But as these changes happen all around you, y'all make some perception checks.
I got a nat 20.
Perfect. For a total of...
Oh, right. 22.
8.
25.
Hold on. So Lancelot got a dirty 20. Right? What'd you get, Caldra?
25.
Holy shit. Okay. What everyone else get?
8.
Citrus got an 8. And Tychus, what'd you get?
11.
Okay. Heise?
14.
14? Okay, so here's what happens. Sir Lancelot. As the wind begins to pick up around you, and this being said, those of you that, so it's only going to be, really, it's going to be Enoch, Lancelot, and Caldra that learned this. I'm going to go from lowest to highest, so basically, those that rolled higher are still going to get the knowledge that they have below them, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what happens. So, Sir Lancelot, you see as the wind begins to pick up around you, the sky changes. You see that the way that the snow is flurrying, it's falling and rising, and it makes you think of like a creature. It's like a very natural, in and out organic. It's very alien. It's very strangely alien. It's so unnatural, and it's you just can't put your mind on it. It's so weird. It's just this unnatural movement of the snow. Enoch. You notice, Enoch and Caldra, Enoch, you both notice that the snow is doing that. Y'all see that it's organic in and out breathing of the snow. You see that. Enoch, you also notice inside of the beautiful red lights above you, you begin to make out these small arcane runes. And one by one, the runes are exploding. There are millions of them chained together as several links of change begin to break apart. And these little explosions make the sky red. You see that's probably why the sky is red. There's so many explosions going off at once that it's weird.
It's creepy.
Caldra, you see that as well. Caldra, you're the only one that sees this. Through all the snow flying around, you need a 25. So that's good you roll that. Through all the snow that's flying around, the lights above you, you notice the bigger picture. The snow forms this massive figure whose face resembles this kind of like snowy owl with these two large goat horns. And the red arcane runes in the sky that form those brilliant, beautiful lights above you, these reds and oranges, they're wrapped around the entirety of this figure's body. But one by one, those chains are dissolving away as the figure begins to move ever so slightly, as if whatever was the chains that were holding it are weakening and dissolving, and it's regaining some power. That's what you notice in your spidery form. You'll see all this happen.
Hold on. I
You-
didn't use a spider's perception.
That's too late.
No. That's
It's okay.
You use your.
You still
mental
use your
stats.
you still use
Okay,
your
okay.
Yeah, you
You
still
use your mental stats.
but you use like your
Okay,
strength and
cool.
all that of a spider if it ever comes to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to feel real bad.
So listen, it's too late for that. We can't go back.
Unhear it.
That's what you all, those of you that roll high enough, see. The rest of you guys, y'all see this beautiful lights above, but it's you guys are kind of worried on the snow, keeping focused, not to like be blinded by it, and making sure you're on the right course.
That's not right.
What's that?
This.
It's red. It's a different color.
I've never seen
Yeah.
it before.
Yeah,
Reminds
it's
me of my
because
brother.
that's because there are. Do you not see the things exploding within the red?
Do we see it now that he points it out? Like, is it more?
He points it out, and you can see. You see something. Yeah, you see like these little arcane runes. It's very hard to see.
Yeah.
You have to squint, and you see something, but you see what he's pointing. You get a little bit of, you notice it a little bit.
I mean, kinda. What is it?
Yeah.
Looks like symbols to me,
Yeah.
popping in and out.
What kind of symbols?
Some kind of runes.
You draw them.
Can I draw them?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so in the snow.
Do you think we caused it?
What did
Don't
Well,
think so.
No.
we played around with a plunger?
I mean, you played around with a
You
plunger.
played with the plunger.
It was like
I don't
Listen,
think
we
we
could
did
do
any. Yeah, I don't think we could do anything quite that impressive.
yeah. I don't. The only thing we did was kidnap 2 people.
Yeah.
And take a cauldron.
Well, I mean, we kidnapped one. The other one's coming willingly.
Right. Now that sounds less impressive.
Right. I don't exactly want to kidnap people. Yes, you do. No, I don't. I really don't, though.
Nobody likes you.
Kidnap people? That's kind of weird.
Pretty though.
You'll just see Caldro in spider form, just like her tons of eyes just can look like they widen, and they're just like sitting there like in awestruck, like.
I'm just like, Caldra, I don't think you need to be a spider anymore unless you want to be a spider. You could probably put the body on the back of one of the birds.
You hear in your head, owl, bird, horns. What?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not an owl. I'm clearly not an owl. I do have horns, but I'm not an owl.
No, over there, horns and an owl together.
This would be a lot easier if you just turned away from being a spider.
She'll drop her form.
I was waiting for the moment where you point with all the
Yeah.
your legs.
Just dabbing.
Yeah, you revert forms. Y'all see Caldra. Very
And
off.
yeah, I assume she's like knees in the snow, just like. Prudence is just on the ground.
Alright, what about an owl?
Hold on, I forgot my accent for a second.
That's alright.
There's an owl. It's got horns and it looks very scary. And she's pointing in the direction of it.
Do we see an owl?
It looks very scary.
She's been contaminated by the spider.
No.
I wonder if it's like lasting effects from the thing that Enoch was carrying. It's possible it's part of the illusion, right?
Right.
Either way, though, there's something messed up going on here.
I mean, that could also be part of.
That's what I'm saying. There's something messed up going on, and that thing is responsible.
An owl with horns?
Yes.
What could an owl with horns do? Maybe like run into you with the like, you know, like a cow, like a bull or something.
Do any of us know?
Sir Lancelot, you would know defaultly. You're a paladin. You know that
Legit.
what she sounds like. She's describing as a form of oral. A form of oral has been known to take in, and you all kind of have like a simple understanding of oral, so what's going on with the towns. You all have that simple. But Sir Lancelot, you know for sure that what she's describing sounds like oral, a form of oral.
Let's get her and get this over with.
I trust Miss
Clean
Caldra.
with the snow.
Lasso the moon.
Enoch starts punching.
I'll
snow
relay
like,
that. Yeah.
Start punching the snow.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Emily, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'll relay that. Like, I trust Miss Caldra. This is a form of oral. I believe they are free.
She, she's gonna be, I guess, powerful, because whatever's happening here, she's broken something.
What's that mean for us?
Well, I haven't heard good things about her, so I assume really awful things.
Well, it's a good thing we got this cauldron that can feed people.
Bright side. Well, if things are going to shit, maybe we should like speed up.
Probably.
So are we torturing? Are we interrogating her?
He's
Or-
torturing. We're not torturing anybody.
Are we interrogating her?
I mean, do we
killing
stop
her?
now and do it? Do we I mean,
Let's get away from this.
Yeah, far enough out that we can set up camp. I mean,
It's great you bring that up. You say get away from this because you guys have left town. You're not like crazy far off.
yeah.
What y'all do hear though, as you are heading away from town, is you hear a large explosion rock from behind you. It must have been a loud enough explosion because you guys are, probably like a mile or so off, but it was.
Oh.
You hear an audible explosion in the back towards where you just came from East Haven.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I think we need to go now.
And you kind of glance back and you see what looks like some smoke rising above the town.
That wasn't us.
Well,
Well, I mean, it's not like we left a bomb. Why would it be us? I mean, you should have left a bomb. That would have been fun. Yeah, we go.
You guys continue onwards. You guys. You
I
get
wear
four-
Prudence like a backpack with my
Backpack,
web
backpack.
thing.
Okay. She begins. You guys make another hour or so distance away from the town. And Prudence begins to squirm a little bit. But you see that she's waking up. You begin to hear muffled like she's like muffling something, like she's screaming. She's come to. She's awake. She is confused.
How long has it been since we talked to the dude who sent us on our
Russell?
mission? Yeah.
It's been well over. I mean, you guys left around like 10:30 in the morning. It's been
Yeah.
well over like midnight at this point.
Yeah.
so it's still almost just one day, though.
Yeah, it's still the same day.
yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's
The
rest
blizzard
time
really,
and
the blizzard,
interrogation
the
time.
blizzard really wasted y'all's time. The blizzard
Okay.
hunkered you down
Yeah.
for a while.
Well, I think we should set up camp and, I guess, ask Prudence some questions. Or kill her. Yeah, one of the two.
I
Or
vote
both.
We don't kill her.
Well, eventually, maybe, though, right?
We killed a lot of people today, and apparently they were innocent. So maybe we hold back on that a little bit.
I would have killed one more if it wasn't for this asshole. And he's talking about his other half. So that's not very kind. Well, I don't know how you did it. Okay. You don't need to know.
Okay. Camp.
Yes.
Okay.
And just so I remember, I have a tent, and Ty.
I think everyone has it. I think you'll have
Yeah.
enough tents for everyone.
Yeah, we have enough
Okay.
tents for everybody.
And you guys, as you guys are setting up tent, you guys along y'all's journey, y'all came across like an intersection of crossroads that have these directional signs pointing to where you're currently traveling. And you pass this intersection that has two signs, and it says the direction that you're traveling currently. It shows the sign reads Bryn Shander Tordos. And then there's a sign below pointing from where you just came from at East Haven, which you guys kind of you know that now. But you guys do come to an intersection. You guys kind of go off the road at that intersection. Set up tent far enough away from the road that it won't draw anyone's attention. Plus, there hasn't really been any foot traffic along this road. You don't know if it's whether just because it's how late it is, or if whatever happened just now above the sky has anything to do with people not being around. It's very weird. You are in this like really weird, surreal. It just everything feels so surreal, so confusing. And you don't know if that's just the way you feel, or is that's the way you've been told. But you'll set up camp. Prudence is there, webbed up still. Still struggling, not as much though. She's kind of her heart's not in much to struggle anymore. She's kind of wore herself out, but she just stands there. Captain Arlagath is still in the cauldron, kind of just chilling. She's like, "All right, well, do y'all's thing, yes, or
I mean, you're welcome to.
I can't
ask-
interject. But
yeah.
I don't want. This is y'all.
Okay.
I don't know what y'all want to know, so I can't.
So you're the, you're in a way, you're the law around here, right?
Yes. Well, in East
So-
Haven, at least every town has its
Right.
own.
So let us know if we get out of hand.
I don't think there's anything you could do to this person that would be out of hand for what has happened. But nonetheless, I mean,
Yeah, duly noted.
I still try to give the benefit of the doubt. Still try to be lawful. So I refrain from killing her.
Right.
But it's okay. She's a little bruised and beaten up. Those orc savages, or from what I hear, orc savages can be quite mean.
Well, a question for you. How recently did you find out that she was a spy?
Oh, that was this morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long. It was this morning. My friends, they brought it to my attention, and with Town Speaker Ganon's approval, we set up extra protection in case something like this happened. And it still happened, but at least I'm not dead.
Yeah.
This could be the beginning of a hopefully not as long, or hopefully not as deep a spy network as I would hope would be. There's probably is the beginning of that branch. Sure, if there's one spy in East Haven, there's probably multiple in other towns.
Right. Does she have webbing on her mouth? Is that why she hasn't spoken yet? Is that
she's
what's
still
going on?
got webbing on her
Oh,
mouth,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I will cut the webbing.
I'm gonna stand close to Prudence, like, kind of making sure no one kills her or anything.
Okay. Yeah, you unweb her mouth. Kalja posts up next to her. Prudence doesn't speak anything. She's just breathing heavy.
I mean, before we ask any questions, do you have anything to say?
What y'all are doing to me is it's wrong and inappropriate. This isn't right. I've done nothing wrong.
Alright.
In a
Why?
roundabout way, it's your responsibility that we were put under this spell and killed some innocent people. So yeah, I think whether directly or not, you bear some of the blame.
I did. She's a little tongue-tied. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't harm anyone. I didn't break any rules. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm a good, upstanding citizen. I worked for that fucking town speaker, for Town Speaker Dan for so long, and I've dealt with all this bullshit. I didn't do anything wrong.
You lied to him. You lied to him and you stole away with the pot. Why did you do that?
I'm not stealing the pot. You guys have stolen the pot. I was being held captive. You saw that.
I turned to Arlagath. I'm like, was she being held captive, or?
Well, technically. We had extra protection, and we thought it best to protect her next to the cauldron, because people were worried about her. But technically she was a captive, but there was reasonable reasons to keep her close. Obviously.
Right.
And the Prudence speaks up. See, I didn't do anything wrong. They brought me down there, and they wouldn't tell me anything. I couldn't go join the party. I did nothing wrong. This is abuse of power.
But if they were truly doing something wrong and bad, convincing us that this was a tribe of orcs was not the appropriate way to go about rescuing you, right?
What are you talking about?
That's how we, right? I explained to her. I'm like, that's how we came in here. We were told that this was a band of orcs, and we were rescuing you from orcs. Who would have? Why?
He looks at you, thinks for a minute, and says, "I don't know why anyone would want to rescue me. I'm no one. I don't know why they made you see orcs or
Insight check.
whatever."
Yeah, ditto.
I joined in on this insight.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw all of my dice in the trash.
I got a 12.
Ow, my toe.
3.
I have an 18.
I say, and Antiochus, you both know she's lying. She's holding back, withholding some information, just the way her body tensed up and she hesitated. She seems to be holding back some.
I'll take my quarterstaff and I'll just say stop lying, and I'll just keep hitting it in my hand. Tell us the truth.
Ow! Stop. I don't know why people. Maybe you saw orcs and stuff because someone didn't want you to feel bad for killing guards or something. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to make you feel not at fault or not guilty for doing what you've done, unbeknownst to yourself. I don't know.
But why are you worth saving?
Good question.
Maybe because I am the right hand of the town speaker. I help with all the documents, but other than that, I have no polar sway in anything. I've been working, signing documents for him. I've been doing everything for him. I don't know why anybody. I mean, maybe someone wants me for that reason, but I have no idea why anyone would want me. I'm no one.
What?
You learned something in all those documents?
Yeah.
No.
Lying son of a bitch.
I don't believe you, Prudence. I really don't.
I mean, unless you want to know who's getting married or who wants to fish, or disputes about who should shit where, there's nothing to really know. I don't. Why would I keep track of useless information? I just sign Speaker Daneth's signature on documents, approvals, denials. I don't know anything.
If you don't know shit, then people won't care if we just tie you up and leave you out here.
I didn't say no. I didn't. I mean, I have a family. I have.
You're
kids.
lying.
No, I'm not.
You would have been like.
I was worried more so about self-preservation before worrying about them, but now I'm worried about everything. They
Prudence.
want to kill me.
Prudence just hears Kitris say, you know, not talking directly to her, just kind of like talking off into the air. I really like the taste of pinky fingers.
Make an intimidation check.
God damn it. 8.
Okay. She's like, I'm sorry, but I don't have pinkies. Can you look up? And she doesn't have any pinky fingers. There's like little frostbitten nubs where pinkies used to be. I'm sorry about that. I don't know where to help you.
Prudence. So we already know about your letters to the other town speaker. So apparently you know something, especially about the cauldron. So things aren't adding up to what you're saying.
She believes you. Okay. I every now and then I'll send notes off for some gold, but times are hard. It's hard to get gold. I mean, a girl's got to work. I got to make gold for I got to support my family. I just thought that, you know, my informant or my contact would enjoy knowing about a cauldron that could feed people. I was trying to save lives.
But by taking it away from other lives, though. Like, that would have fed this town, and you're trying to take it for another town. That's kind of shitty.
I'm not proud of it, but I needed the gold, and I saw an opportunity to make money, and I see that I should. I see that, and I regret what I've done now, seeing as my life is being threatened, and I didn't think it was a big deal. I just thought it would be something they would like to know about.
Outside a game, were we offered 300 gold total or 300 gold each?
300 gold each.
Each. Okay. So
Cauldron and Prudence.
so I will say we were offered 1800 gold to rescue you. You're not nobody. No, none of us believe you right now.
She looks down. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And Enoch likes breaking legs.
She doesn't have any legs now.
Yeah.
He's just a torso.
Yeah, she's just like the black man off the well.
What's a scratch?
She looks over at Enoch and she like gulps audibly. Okay. I'll be forthcoming. That you have a point. That's a lot of gold. I see I'm in no way of. I'm willing to help. What do you want?
Spill your guts.
My name is not Prudence. I don't really have a name. My people don't have names. We have identities, and I am just this identity. But enough about me. My contact, as Arlagat said, is Nerith, Townspeaker Nerith, and I've been in his service since 5 years ago. I was appointed to the town hall, and I worked my way up. Got in good with the townspeaker, and I became his right-hand woman. I've dealt with his shit for many years, and I have secrets, trade information. I've signed documents that shouldn't have been signed.
So who planted you?
Townspeaker Nerith. The lodger pictures. I'm part of the Zentarum.
Zentarum, eh?
Yes.
It's a nasty bunch.
I know who that is, but just for anyone who doesn't know, what would that be? Just really quick.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
It's known as the Black Network. We are a company of mercenaries, and we are one of the larger mercenary organizations within the Faerun.
Mm-hmm.
Been around for well over 200 years. I've been around for 100 of that.
100.
We,
You're old.
We infiltrate regions, and we gain power and control, and we're basically just trying to invade other towns and organizations and put our networks there to have a world trade of secrets, wealth.
Yeah.
She said, I am quite old, and I would show you my true form, but I don't think anyone wants to see it.
I want to see it.
Don't.
I want to see it absolutely.
I want to see it, but if you're not comfortable sharing, then we don't have to.
I think we're past the comfort thing here.
will only ever show it if I'm dead. I don't
Oh,
want to go back to death.
okay.
I don't have identity if I. This is the identity I want to have. Live.
Would I have heard of a monster like this?
Yeah, you can make a. What? What would you make there? I'm open to say you can make a nature check, maybe an arcana check, history, maybe.
Is that something we would kind of all roll since she's talking
you can
about
all-
having a
you can
true
all-
form and
Yeah, you can.
yeah.
I got a dirty 20.
Enid got an 8.
What were the checks?
You can do arcana, history, nature.
I'm well studied. I'm a book guy.
Even my
I
best
wasn't.
roll was a 6.
Man,
15.
your dice are not your friends tonight.
Last week either.
So who got? So Tyler got a dirty 20, right?
Yeah.
What else? What did everybody else get?
Just a 6.
I got a 15.
I think Tyler has the highest. So Tyler, you or Antiochus, there you go. There are many creatures that can shape change. You know, Lorian knows that a hag that can shape change. There are many monsters or races out there that can shape change. I'll just say for the sake of it, since you got a dirty 20, so it's a really high roll. You would probably narrow down that maybe this is a doppelganger. They are these deviant shape changers that take on the appearance of humanoids. They're good for misdirection, they're good for disguises, they're good for infiltration. They usually look like humanoids, but they have no skin, they have grayish features, these pupilless white eyes. They kind of look like this. I'll post it in Discord's channel chat. They kind of look like. They don't look like that because that's a fucking link to something. They look like. Actually, I'll just screen share it. Video ninja. So they look like this. They look like that. Usually that's what doppelgangers look like. They're these humanoids that grayish. They have no eyelids, just these white people eyes, no mouths.
Okay.
That's what they
I'll
look
just I'll just say, are you a doppelganger? Because you don't sound like you're any of the more common races. You say my true form.
She says. She just shakes her head. She doesn't. She just shakes her head in acknowledgement.
Oh.
I am but one of many doppelgangers in my swim girl.
Uh-huh. Who are the others?
Well, obviously, Mount Speaker Nerth is a greater doppelganger. He's the head doppelganger.
Wow.
Shit.
There is Shander, Froth, and Goodmead. He is another doppelganger. Then you have wait a second, as Jacob pulls up information. There is Vernon Bragg and Tourmaline. And there is and then there is also based out of Lonelywood, there is Gertrude Ginger, the militia captain.
Uh-huh.
That's obviously a name Jacob just made up.
Yeah, that's
I was gonna say, like,
I wrote it down too to remember.
I was waiting for you to like look around your room, painting, trash can.
Wall paint McGee Joe.
P tier Griffin.
She said those are the big ones. Vernon Bragg, Gertrude Ginger, and obviously Nerth. Those are the only ones I know about. Well, there could be
Wow.
others. The town is posing as Delpho, but I don't know that. Sadly, I only know the big ones.
Wow.
I know Shander. No, Goodmead's town speaker just died recently. Shander has been in town for a while, and he is probably going to attempt to run for town speaker. So that information you can do what you want, but that's what I would assume. But then again, it's really up to you.
So are all the doppelgangers loyal to Nerith?
As far as I know.
Okay.
But I'm willing to switch sides if that. I mean, obviously, I don't. Self-preservation.
How could we trust you?
Good faith.
You're gonna have to give us something.
Well, we do know she's a doppelganger. We can always use that against her.
I need more.
Like what? I don't. What could you possibly want that would make you trust me? I have nothing on my person. So I've told you what I was used for.
Maybe you write a letter saying, I, Prudence, am not really Prudence. I am a doppelganger and have been exchanging information. And we can just keep that
And
on
then notarize it.
hand. Yeah, and you sign it real pretty, and and we can just keep that as like a confession.
Who would really believe that anyone could have wrote that letter?
I don't know. People are idiots sometimes, so I think at least some will believe.
I don't think that would really help, but
You just don't want to confess.
I could offer a confession in person if that would be something. I could be an informant for you. I could be. I could
good.
be just in your back pocket, and if you need someone to take the shape of someone or
Just
infiltrate something, I could do that. Or
Can I insight check this?
yeah, what are you trying to insight specifically? Just so
Just-
I can have
Well, mostly just her promise she's trying to make.
yeah, you can make an insight check.
she's begging for her life.
I'm
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay.
16.
She seems very genuine. You believe everything she's saying?
I just say, so what's gonna happen if someone else captures you and offers you more money?
Or not.
Well, you could hide me somewhere so no one captures me.
Would you want to be hidden?
I want. No, I don't. I want to be alive, of course. I mean, I could leave.
Right, but at this point, do you feel like being hidden means your survival? I suppose is a better question. That some people need to be hidden without it being referred to as kidnapping, right? It's their choice. They want to be hidden so that they don't die.
I would like to be hidden, but I feel as if, like, towns, Nerth has connections everywhere. It would be so hard to hide me, and then who's to say he wouldn't send an assassin or another group after me? Like, you.
Right.
I mean, we could. I could take the form of someone. I mean,
Outside of game, did we already establish? I may have missed it. Did we already establish who Nerth serves?
No.
Okay.
that's not something that any group has found out yet.
I don't know that she would even know.
I mean, it's worth asking. I'll just ask right now. Well, I mean, do you know who Nerth serves?
Maybe she does.
I mean, just names in passing.
I have heard a rumor or two, but I don't really know how much truth there is to it. Give me one moment, I gotta pull up something.
You're
I
fine.
gotta pull up the document.
What an incredible interrogation session.
Actually, let me.
We still need her to vouch for us and be there so we get our shit. So we can't.
Okay, she says, she speaks up. I heard two names. There was the name Mindu. And then I heard something about someone Zardarok. I don't know who those people are or frankly if there's much truth to that, but I did hear a rumor. I did remember that just now as you are interrogating me. Because I want to be truthful and earn your trust, of course.
We're going to need you to fight for us over there and be our ally within the organization. If you have to disappear later and we can help you with that, maybe that's something in our best interest. But we need an in first.
I think I could. But yeah, is it too crass of me to ask how much are you paid? The girl still has to provide for her family.
Right.
Well, how much does Nerth pay you?
Yeah.
Usually 10 gold a month.
Does he
Yeah,
pay,
bonus.
does he pay you enough to survive?
I get by. It could be more, but as I said, I just pass the information when it comes in, and usually I'm paid based on performance. So if it's something good, it can vary.
Right.
But as a retainer, just 10 gold a month just to keep me in place. But did you say is she highballing you? You can make an insight check.
Yeah, 10 gold a month. Is she?
And I would just say, well, I mean, at this point, we're not really having you do anything other than not revealing that we know everything that you just told us. I mean, basically, you'd be continuing to do what you were already doing.
You would be killed by saying, "Oh yeah, I told them," you know.
Well, I would never say that because I'm
Well, that's good.
stupid.
Yeah, that's good. I got a
So, like,
6
wasn't she, like-
on my insight, so I guess I don't know.
Yeah, she seemed it was like sound like an honest. Sounds like something that would be
Okay.
reasonable. But
Well,
she's like she sees what Kitra says and she says, "Oh, okay, I think I understand that. Stay in place. How do I inform you? How do I get word to you? Is there some certain spot you hang out at? Is there?
You got one of them flying snakes, don't you?
I don't own one, but
Oh.
Nerth usually sends one back and forth for information.
Well, two of our patriots here work with the Iron. Who's it? What's it? The Iron Quartet. Okay. So they're actually pretty famous. They busted a spelling bee and like a fishing thing. It's,
Wow, that's
yeah.
Very boring.
very interesting.
Saved the spelling bee.
Well, she segues off that question. Actually, Captain Arlag speaks up and segues off that question. She says, "For we know Nerth is the one deceiving everyone in town. It's this greater doppelganger.
Right.
Can the other members of the Iron Quartet be trusted, or who knows what's been tampered with their minds as well? Do you two reasonably think that they are good spirited, or what? Better yet, where are the other members of the Iron Quartet?
They are. Do we know they're just off on a mission?
Yeah.
Where are they?
That's the extent of your knowledge, is that they're on a mission.
We just know that they're off on a mission. We don't know any specifics. So it's hard telling now.
So right now they're just the Iron Double, and you're the other Iron Double.
Iron couple.
Wasn't there more than just 4 people in the Iron Quartet?
There's
It's
5
just,
people,
it's
yeah.
a bit of a misnomer. Yeah.
It's 5 people, yeah.
Right. I don't know that though. I'm just going
Yeah,
based
yeah.
off the name.
I know who the Iron Quartet is. No offense.
Who are you asking that to?
No, I just said that in general. I don't even
Oh,
know who they are. No offense to you two.
We were an adventuring group.
Wait, why are they doing something without you? Don't groups usually stick together?
I guess he needed us here and needed them there.
But like before they left, did they like report to you and say, "Hey, we're going to do this," or were they just gone?
You guys don't remember.
I
You
don't
find
know.
it hard. You find it hard to bring back any information.
It was a long time ago.
How long ago was it?
I don't know.
No, I'm saying that out of game, like to Jacob,
You're awful
like.
nosy.
Well, I mean, it's not nosy. You're a group, but you're not a group
you're-
anymore.
Maybe you're a spy.
I
It's-
mean,
out
well,
of
it's
game-
possible we're all
out of game
spies, yeah.
For out of game for Nate. You guys are kind of finding it hard to kind of recall information. It's kind of fuzzy. It's hard to pull that information.
I just want to clarify, I'm not asking you these questions assuming that you aren't who you are. I'm asking these questions because it doesn't make sense that an adventuring group would break up and 2 would go do one thing and 2 would go do the other thing unless it was deliberate, but you don't have any information. So that's the part that's confusing. I mean, it's unfortunate you don't remember, both of you. Do you normally have really bad memories, or is this like specific to this situation?
I'm sharp as a tack.
Sir Lancelot has a 1,000-yard stare.
You're right.
into the sky.
Well, I mean, then Enoch, don't you find it interesting that you don't remember that specifically, but you remember everything else?
They bore me sometimes.
Oh, so you, so you're assuming you were just like, yeah, go do your own thing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to become an interrogation of the both of you. It's come up in conversation now. So.
Right. So how much are we paying her?
Prudence speaks back up. Well, you don't have to pay me.
Eh,
I was being crass. Obviously, as I will still be being paid by Nerith, as Kitris, or as this. She doesn't know her name. As this individual did speak. So I will still be. There's no payment. It was just me trying to break the tension a little bit.
I mean, we could pay you 30 gold and just each of us pay 5.
Right. I wasn't implying that we shouldn't pay you as much as I was trying to understand what you needed to be paid for. That's it. I don't mind giving you a bit of gold.
Yeah.
For I guess all of this for the information but
She gets bold. She says, "Well, if you want to keep me on retainer for a year, I could take 300 gold."
I said a little bit.
Well, this is like for a year, right?
I mean, you saw the sky, right?
She just smiles a little bit at you. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
No. I actually want to have this conversation. I said, you see the sky, right? Do you think we have a year?
It's red.
Do you think we have a year?
Listen, I wake up every day and I just keep going. So at this point, I don't know what that is.
Well, I'll hand her 5 gold right now, or I'll just tuck it in her.
Yeah,
spider
she's
How
like-
web.
much
she's like-
money I have?
I'll just tuck it in her spider web.
That's very generous of you. How about we just let me free of these fines?
You promise you won't run away?
Well, actually, if it makes you trust me more, I don't mind staying. But I will have to be untied at some point.
It's real snug, right?
It's like
a
a
little
weight,
wet
like a
down.
weighted blanket.
It's a little damp now from the snow, but yeah, it was nice at the beginning. It's like a Tempur-Pedic bed.
Well, if you didn't struggle so much, it wouldn't stretch out, so it'd be a little better.
Well, yeah, probably. Good point. Also, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Huh?
No offense. What's
What?
wrong with you?
Sorry, what do you?
All of us,
Why
or
are
just
you... No, just this young,
Half and half thing.
old. You were young and old. How does that work?
Oh, I'm so glad someone asked. Finally.
I've been wondering the same thing. I was just trying to be polite.
I was trying to be polite
I
as
thought
well.
it was a condition.
Honestly, I didn't want to be rude.
So basically, so this half is me, the young half. That's me. It's the only side that really talks. By the way, it has like the Two-Face
didn't
kind of
notice.
thing. And this half is like my master. And we're kind of like fused together. So
so? Do you have like his mind? Is so like
no, I have my own mind. I constantly get visions through his eye, but it's like really mundane. Like right now, I'm seeing a baker in Neverwinter. He's fresh sourdough coming out. Looks really good, but
yeah,
they're mostly
I
mundane.
bet.
Yeah. Yeah, he only did this a while ago. I don't know.
Wait, he
I'm
did
still trying to
this
figure-
to you.
Yeah.
Was he dying?
Maybe? I don't know. After he did it, I found he has like a kind of like an hourglass kind of necklace, pendant or whatever. And he's like, I found this, and the slams are like falling super slowly. Like it looks magical of some nature.
At what like percentage has it like? Is the top still pretty full, or?
I think it's still. I mean, this might be a Jacob question, but I think it's probably still pretty full.
Yeah, it's still pretty full.
So,
The sands do fall.
but you know, I just got a real sense when I plucked this out of the air. I just got a real sense of finality. So
Don't you find it?
he's just trying to smile while he said that.
Don't you find it interesting that you are physically two people and I am mentally two people, and somehow
Yeah.
we found each other? And I start to speak up about Cauldra, and I'm like, and Cauldra.
Uh-huh. What about her? She doesn't take her thingy thing off.
Her thingy thing?
Yeah, the
Shawl.
yeah. What Ari Waggett said.
I'm a modest woman. Like
Oh.
to stay covered.
Yeah, you know, good for you. What, he was saying something about you? He was saying.
I was starting to talk about Caudra's
She'll hear you
double
hear in your head.
identity. Yeah.
You'll hear in your head. Please don't.
Well, yeah, the scarf. I mean, it's probably covering like I mean, you're split here. She's probably like split here or something, right?
Oh, yeah. Is it a condition called that? Is that like a?
It's just what I choose to wear.
Oh, so you're not
You
like.
could take it off.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Cool.
prefer to keep it on.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So,
And
sometimes-
inside your head, you just say, "Oh, sorry."
It's fine.
Sometimes the older side of me does talk and is lucid. My master, sometimes, but not very often. Like, so it's mostly just me, and I kind of have to deal with this side. Maybe this is a good time to say I was a simulacrum of a younger version of him.
That's a large word.
So I'm like a clone
Oh,
of a younger version of him.
clone. That's a shorter word that still makes no sense to me.
I'm like a copy of him, but younger.
Copy. I understand that. Yes.
So you're
Right.
a doppelganger.
No, not that's different.
You say that, and you guys, you look over, and you see Prudence is no longer Prudence, but you see a little Antiochus. He's a doppelganger.
And I turn towards her. I'm like, that's also crazy. She's also two different people. What is going on?
She can be anyone she wants, right?
Why can't anything just be normal?
I'm gonna say a little while ago, Sir Lancelot went over and like pulled out his cooking utensils and a pot, and he just like started cooking.
Nice.
Like, he has like little pouches of spices. Like it's smelling good right now.
Oh yeah, we're camping.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heisei, what's your deal?
Are
Who are
you-
What do you
you?
mean?
Are you two different people as well?
Yeah.
I'm me from what I know.
All
Why are
right.
you out here doing all this?
You know, just living an adventurer life.
No one does that.
You'll
Yeah,
hear
I
in
mean-
your head, sure.
It's true. That's my response back. It's
Because we
true.
had that conversation.
I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
normal people don't really go on adventures, probably, right? Like these guys, respectfully, you don't look normal. But most. You got a big old tattoo that helps you do fighting stuff. I didn't know tattoos could do that. Also, you're really old. Turtle that busts spelling bees.
Show some respect.
He's just focusing on the ladle right now. He's like,
You're like stirring the pot slowly.
yeah, puts a little more little pepper in it.
Is it turtle soup?
He shoots you a nasty look and comes back to it.
Okay, now, well, you're part of the. I'm pointing to the monk. Enoch, what do you do? What before?
What do I
Enoch,
do? I was a monk.
Before the Iron Court.
I am a monk.
Uh huh.
I was with the Black Raven Monastery on the spine of the world.
Oh wow. Have I heard of them?
Yeah, they're
Are they
real
famous?
famous. I don't know if they're famous, but I mean they actually exist in like Forgotten
I mean,
Realms.
you can make, if you want, you can make a history check to see if you recall, and that can be up to you to decide if you know it or not.
17.
So yeah, you can do the research, or he could tell you a little bit about it.
Could you tell me a little bit about them?
Well, we were started by a rumor, or legend has it, a half drow, and I don't remember his name right now, but he followed the tenets of the Black Raven, who was kind of a deity, kind of not. And we stand against all oppression and slavery, and we have a very impressive library. And then once you survive the trials of the 8 chambers, which that's a whole other thing, which is how I got these sweet tattoos. You're a full-fledged monk, and our leaders at the monastery heard that there was some trouble in 10 towns. Here I am.
Wow. Pretty cool. Cool. What do you think about the burnings that people do?
I think that is unfortunate. And they think that is obviously it's not doing anything.
Well, yeah. Not anymore, I guess.
People can be so superstitious.
Yeah. Did I? Oh, Citrus.
Yes.
What's your deal? Why do you have 2 people in your head?
I don't know. It happened when I was a kid, when I was
Oh.
very young. That's kind of why I'm out here. I'm trying to figure out
Gotcha.
either how to get rid of. You're not getting rid of me. Either how to get rid of it, or at least tame it, figure it out. I don't know. I mean, it kind of worked back there because they really wanted to kill Alagath. Sorry, Alagath. Somehow I stopped
It's
it.
okay.
I yeah. So I don't know. I'm supposedly a tiefling. But I'm furry, and that's not usually a tiefling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of tiny too.
Well, I mean, there's tieflings,
You're
my
bigger than I mean.
right. Well, I mean that. I wasn't born swole, right? I had to work on that. Like I did it myself.
No natural genetics here.
Good job.
Anime training montage flashbacks.
Right,
across,
exactly.
Citrus's mind.
I was brought in by some Goliaths, so I mean that might explain why I am so tiny but so large.
Sure.
But yeah,
You know, Gal?
Gowl,
You know, Cal.
Gowl. Jacob, would I know Gowl?
It depends. There are 2 tribes in Icewind Dale. You could either be from Thunkalunka tribe, I think that's what it was called.
Lunka? Is it Lunka Lunka tribe?
Thunkalunka
That's
tribe,
right.
or it's the
Oompa Loompa.
I forget the other tribe.
Lunka Lunka.
I guess
I mean, that Galanga's pretty cool.
whichever one would be more likely to
Can
bring someone in.
Well, it's not. I changed it for Jayla's background. It's what was Jayla's?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong sheet
Sorry,
for that.
now we're
Yeah.
we're veering off into the other campaign now.
Whichever
It's still good to have ties across. So.
whichever tribe would be more likely to bring in a tiefling and be understanding of their
Lobby.
plight.
I think
Lobby.
it would be more so. Actually, how about this? Roll d20.
Me?
Figure it out like that. Yep.
All right. Well, I finally rolled higher. It's a 16.
You're from the Thulavi tribe. The Thulavis.
So I would not know Gowl.
No.
Okay.
Gal's from a different tribe.
Might
You
have
would
heard
know
of
that.
him.
You would know that the Thunkalunka tribe. I don't know how to say it. Last name. I'm just gonna say Thunkalunka.
Lunka Lunka. No, it's
fun to
Thunka
say.
Lunka. I'm pretty sure.
It's fun to say Thunkalunka.
Or it's
We got some
Thunka
Thunkalunkas over there.
I
Woo!
think it's
Okay.
Thunlaka is how you say
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna say Thunkalunka or whatever.
Thunka Lunka is better. I like that.
Kitris will know that those 2 tribes or tribes, Goliath tribes are adversaries. They oppose each other in everything they do. There's this long-standing rivalry.
Okay.
So you would not know Gal. Gal is someone that would you probably wouldn't be so immediately friendly to.
Okay. So you said Thulavi?
Thulavi, yes.
Okay.
Thuulavi.
Okay.
Sure. Or did I spell that wrong?
That doesn't sound right.
Uh,
Dang it! I just got back over to
That's how I would have spelled it.
Listen, I'm not the
Yeah.
professional here. I just run the show. Okay.
Here, let me see.
Okay. Great. Nice to meet you, Kitris. Now,
Yeah.
Big Turtle. Sir
Big T.
Lancelot, what's your whole deal before the Iron Quartet and your breakout moment?
He's holding the ladle up. My head's oh yeah. He looks up to the sky and like slowly puts the ladle down. I am here to save the people from the clutches of sloth. Be not still in the face of the slow death of time's ravage. Stirs the pot.
Can
Awesome,
I
I love
change what I said and just say that? That sounded pretty fucking cool.
I love that. I love the energy. Okay. Well, it's nice to get to know you guys. Are we keeping the name? I think we'll keep the name for now. Nice to get to know you guys.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Prudence chimes in
No, I didn't ask.
at that moment. She says,
Perhaps she's been listening.
She has
Yeah.
been listening. She has been listening intently. She says, should we? Is it really smart to camp for the night, or should we just try to? Did they give you a timeline on how fast we should be there? Did they say end of the day, or should? I would think if this is you were hired to sneak me into town, it would probably be better under the night sky. If it was, but it's your call. Was there a schedule? Or was there any?
I didn't write it down, but I want to say there was a timeline, wasn't there?
See, there was like a day.
Yeah, I think it was within a day. Hold on. Kidnap, transport, orc drive.
I just have go to Luskan Arms when done.
Time is of the essence.
I think it was alluded to. I think it was just alluded to. I don't think it was a hard time schedule, but I think it was alluded to that it was a time is of the essence priority kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like as soon as possible.
But she says that as she like looks over at Sir Lancelot slowly stirring the ladle. She looks back at the group. Captain Arlagan speaks up at that point as well. She's like, "So, where am I being hidden? If this goes down, what's the plan for me?"
What town are we going to again?
Targos.
Targos. So I'll just say, do you know anyone in Targos? Don't say it out loud. Just think about it. And when we get there, we can figure that out.
She shakes her head and she just says, "I know a guide."
I'm honestly not sure anyone of us should really know about it, and maybe when we get there, you go where you need to go to be safe.
I think that sounds solid. I will walk her down there. Whenever you need me, or just I'll lay low, and then you can tell me what we can fill in the plan on. What I should do.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
All right, good to know. Anyways, here we go.
Well, I do want to mention Prudence, or not Prudence, now knows a lot about us. So, we just handed her a lot of information.
Kept my lips sealed for a reason.
Prudence perks up. I did learn stuff, but I am. You guys have the option to either just kill me now, or give me the benefit of the doubt. Trust me, and I am capable and willing to be trusted by you.
Right. I guess none of it was super interesting. I didn't say where I was from. I just said I'm the tiefling that's hairy. Right?
Mine's no secret.
Yeah.
An adventure.
I'm not one for seeking out conflict. I stick to the shadows, and I listen and I inform, and that's what I'm good at, and that's what I do.
Right.
So I don't.
Right way.
I have no intention to betray you or put my family in harm's way.
Sure. So
Right.
you actually have a family? That wasn't just some bullshit?
I have a family, yes. I am able to reproduce.
I thought you were just lying to us. Like, not about the reproduction, but having a family. Sorry.
I have thought about it, but I was telling the truth because I was worried about my family, but
Oh,
I do have a family. I have a husband,
fine.
kids.
Nice.
I don't want to go into the whole how it works talk.
I don't.
I had to talk to him about that, and it was a weird. There was some marital conflicts for a while, and we got over that hump. And now we're just don't worry about the way that works anatomically and scientifically.
Wait,
Sure.
reproduction?
Well, with my true being.
Right. No, I have no interest in that.
Wait, y'all did the dirty in your true form or like this?
No, in my form as prudent. No, my husband would not be attracted to my.
I
True
was
form.
just curious.
He knows about it, and we had quite a fight. It was many years of counseling, but we worked it out, and we are happy. I hope, I believe.
Wait, your husband is not a doppelganger.
No, he is a human.
Oh.
He lives in East Haven.
Oh.
He just a simple fishing folk.
Right. Okay.
Unless it just exploded.
She looks at you, a little concerned. Not?
Did I say that out loud?
I am a little worried about what happened in East Haven, but I could be dead, I guess. So.
Wait, so if we were supposed to pull you away from there, we're also pulling you away from your family. Are you going to be able to go back?
Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to.
Well, this is all strange.
You're telling me. I mean, I thought I was doing a good job being an informant, and I guess I just fucking suck at my job. So.
Well, you're informing to us. That's pretty good. You're doing good.
It's very true.
She smiles a little bit. I guess so, yeah. She
Handing out bowls of soup.
raises the bowl suit to unlikely friendships.
Wait, is it possible that Nerith wants us to bring you back so he can hurt you for any reason?
I don't see why he would do that.
Right.
I think he was just worried about me because I don't know. I don't think he would hurt me. He's always been nice to me. He's always paid well. He's always. I mean, if he hurts me, then he won't have anyone in East Haven to be a rat.
Right. So it's. I mean, basically, it's that between this morning and now, somehow he found out that you were going to be in danger.
I don't. I mean, to be honest, I sent my letter last night, and I don't know why. I mean, if he would have found out this morning, that would have been outside our usual window of contact. But I don't think anyone would have manipulated or messed with the message. I don't think anyone was up at the time.
Right. Well, I guess the question was, do we decide, are we going to keep going or are we going to rest? There was no spoken of time, so.
I don't mind going. I'm rested. I'm fully ready.
I am the opposite of that. I mean, I have health, but I have nothing available to me until a long rest.
I have 3 spells available, and they're only first level.
Like, you basically don't have a barbarian right now. You have a guy with an axe.
He's
Prudence,
winged.
Prudence does speak up, and she says, "Don't you just have to drop me off, and then you're done? Isn't that how that works?"
Yeah.
Well, but we have
Then
to
we can sleep in bed.
we have to make it there first.
Well, she looks up and she says, "Well, I mean, strange things seem to be happening tonight, and I bet it'd probably be our best bet to not risk staying out in the wilderness, because I don't know what this sign's here." And
Right.
I mean, I know
Great point.
a way to Targos.
Yeah.
It's safe, and wildlife has been dwindling throughout Icewind Dale for many years now, at least a year and a half. You should be fine unless you go further towards Kelvin's Cairn, but we're not that far out.
All right.
Yeah, maybe we should get out of the tundra here.
I'm just, it's your call.
How much further is it? If you know the way and you know where we are right now, how much longer would it take?
Maybe about 4 more hours with the axe speaks. So
All right.
we still
Well,
get to town before sunrise, so.
Then we could sleep in bed.
yeah.
I mean, on a day's work, am I right?
Yeah, and then I just turn to Arlagath and I say, I guess we keep going, and what? Half an hour out, you break off and you go where you need to go.
I can, she speaks back. I can definitely do that.
Did she put other clothes on, other armor, something else?
She just has her, like, the clothing beneath her armor.
Okay, all right.
Like, she's not butt naked under her armor, because she is, dear God. What a warrior. What a warrior.
Freezing, yeah.
Holy shit. Just chafing out the ass. She has, like, her under
Okay.
stuff on. Like, she's
Alright.
not. And on the way out of town, she would have grabbed some cold weather clothing.
Yeah, okay.
She's not gonna be walking through the winter wonderland. Fucking.
Yeah.
butt
And it's
naked
probably- It's probably also good she makes it there at night, so there are less eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna ride through the night.
Okay. So here's what's happened. So you guys continue on to the tundra. You travel for 4 hours or so. It's probably about 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 3:30. It's around that time. And you finally crest down that small hill that leads into Targos. Fuck, did I put my Targos map in? Okay. You obviously it's not daytime. It's very dark here, but this is just a visual. You guys head down into Targos. You see as you enter the crest down the hill, your way over to tombs. Some new tombs. You guys crest down that hill and you see that Targos. You see Targos before you. You know, you see that Targos is sturdy wall. It's a very comforting sight. Still with the red sky above you, and you pass safely into the settlement uninterrupted. The streets are empty. There are no guards posted at the towers. There are no guards posted anywhere in town, which is unusual because Targos usually has guards posted up on the towers, posted at the entrance, but there are no guards, and the gate into town is wide open. Your crew is basically you're the only ones out at this time. You see Orlaga. Before y'all even enter the town, before you even enter the town, she breaks off and she heads into town. She kind of disperses away from you and goes towards wherever her contact's hidey hole is at or whatever.
Before she goes,
Mhm.
I'll cast invisibility on her.
Oh.
Okay, but before she goes and she says, before y'all even get to the town, she's like, should I at least tell someone where I'm gonna be at so y'all can find me?
In my ear.
I'll
Tell me, tell me,
I'll link my mind with her and be like, you can tell me in your head. Say it in your head, please.
I'm like jumping up and down. Like,
She mentally says to you, we're gonna be staying at the residence of Garrett Keegan. They have a house with scrimshaw decorations, and I will be. That's the guide. That's where I'll be. If you ever want to stop by for some fucking strange tea, please do. We make some strange tea.
so basically, when I cast invisibility, the snow around her gets like a smiley face and then climbs up on her back, and then it becomes like a cloak, and then she'll just disappear.
Like that visual. Yeah, she disappears into the night.
It has a smiley face and it like winks as she disappears.
she winks out of existence literally.
Yeah.
She disperses. Kalja, you know that she's going to Keegan and Garrett's humble abode. But you guys pass through the town, and it's eerily quiet. Prudence actually, she guides you all she directs you to the Luskin Arms, because y'all would have told her that I think y'all even mentioned it. Y'all were supposed to take her to the Luskin Arms, or y'all would have alluded to that when y'all got into town.
Yeah.
The Luskin Arms is a rather large 2-story tavern. On most occasions, it is the most boisterous of taverns in Targos. However, just like the town, there is just quietness in this place. The only noise coming from the building is when it creaks under the strain of strong winds. Prudence points over to like a little tack for axe beast. She says, "Should probably tack up y'all's thing, and then we need to probably haul the cauldron in. Someone strong or 2 people strong could probably bring it in as well." Yeah, she just looks up. She's just all right.
I'm just like, I got this, Antiochus. It's all right.
She does say under her breath, she said, "Weird. I've never seen this place so quiet." It's probably best to be honest, though. Let's Yeah, how do you want me just to stay back behind? What do y'all want me to do?
I mean, we
Natural?
were
What's
supposed
the-
to rescue you, right? We rescued you. We're here. Everything
Heroes?
is
My heroes?
everything's
If you-
copacetic, and yeah.
Okay. Okay.
If it's so quiet, let's just stay on edge, just to be safe. Just
Right.
keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got
Absolutely.
trust issues. What's happening?
Holy, he said it's never been this quiet. There were no guards at the gate. I don't know. This place is weird now.
Something seems off.
We are under an illusion.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. They did betray our trust immediately. Really quick.
We don't have the
All right.
compass anymore.
So you guys are. How are y'all entering the building? Is there a certain order to the entrance, or are y'all sneaking into the tavern?
I'm sneaking into the tavern at least.
Okay, so there's only
With my hood.
there's only one real entrance unless you want to break a window, and it's like through these two like western double doors, swing like that in and out.
Just want to slide under them.
I just say, well, we're gonna roll the cauldron in on its side. Why don't you like get in, like spread yourself out, spread eagle, and roll in with it?
I can do that.
I like that.
Even though I'm really tall, I can do that.
I can hide behind someone who's a size larger than me. So I'll just hide behind Enoch.
Yeah, you can hide behind me. That's cool. I'm just walking.
I'm like a shadow.
So as you guys are, I will say make a stealth check. I say as you're trying to stealth. Do you have to make a stealth check if you're just hiding behind, or there's it? Or...
I think I'd probably. It
I think you
says
should
you can
make a-
attempt to hide. Yeah.
make a stealth check.
28. I rolled it at 20.
Fuck.
Holy lord.
I rolled a 6, so it's like really obvious that I'm there, and I'm just trying.
This is appropriate.
I'm taking the eyes off the cauldron by being so obvious.
So here's what happens when you enter this up. This is what you guys see. Inside of the building, you see that there are plenty of empty tables and seats. Interestingly enough, some of these empty tables have been turned over. There are some fallen tankards lay scattered on the floor. And you quickly glance around, and you are certain that no one is hiding in the shadows. It looks like the tables have been turned over as if people have been rushed out, or a raunchy night of just partying and drinking led to these tables being turned over, and it just hasn't been cleaned up. You don't really know to what extent, but you know that kind of like trust issues is kind of playing in the back of your minds a little bit. You do see two figures though. Both of them are standing at the bar, and behind the bar is this elderly human female. She is wearing this really bright orange cloth around her forehead that has been tied into this little bow tie, and she smiles at you all. And on the other side of the bar, you see a red tiefling with these massive horns. He is dressed in some red leathers, and gripped in one of his hands is a dark mace that looks like it has been crafted out of shards of the city, and it looks very familiar to that figurehead y'all saw at the town hall.
Wonder what that is.
He does not smile. His expression is that of a focused individual. Now I'm gonna share an image of two of these individuals. There's 3 people in this image, but I mean you are gonna speak to town speaker near anyways. So these are the individuals that you see before you. You see, they are just eagerly. They are eagerly waiting. They are happy. Well, she's happy. She's smiling. She's just smiling really largely. And the other gentleman, the red tiefling, is just very focused, very adamant.
So where am I supposed to be seeing these people?
It's on Video Ninja. It should be screen shared on Video Ninja.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I got it. I was still on
sorry.
D&D Beyond. Gotcha.
Uber?
Ethel?
Ethel.
Sorry. So, the old lady speaks up first. Well, good evening there. You all look like you could use a drink or two. That's a really nice cauldron you have there. May I take a look at it, my dears?
This is actually for... Is Russell around? Wait, are we supposed to meet Russell, or are we supposed to deliver something?
You say that, and the tiefling kind of he interjects a little bit. He says Russell is not coming, but and then he turns towards Ethel and he says, you don't know who that is, but he turns toward Ethel, and he says, Ethel, you are not permitted to interfere with the arrangement already agreed upon. Go summon the town speaker, tell him all the hirees have returned, and to bring the appropriate amount of gold. The elderly lady kind of stares daggers into the tiefling. And you see her eyes glow with magic.
Oh.
There's like this faint orange glow as she waves one of her hands and uses the other to kind of cup her mouth a little bit. As she does this though, I say, so you were still in the cauldron. Where did y'all roll the cauldron?
I figure we would have just rolled it in until we saw them and then just stopped, like right where as soon as we saw them. Yeah.
So when this old lady casts this magic, you did roll nat 20. But she does speak up. She says, I just wanted to check the cauldron because it seems someone's hiding in it. And then she moseys her way upstairs, up these little stairs to the bar, and she goes up to a door up there and knocks, and she begins to converse or something. But you guys are sitting around, and the tiefling is just staring at all of you all. And he sees Prudence. Prudence is, she's so sad. She's like, oh, thank God, these heroes, they saved me. And the tiefling's like, it's good to know that they can be trusted and that they are worth the payment that has been promised. This guy's got a very it's almost stick up his butt kind of thing going on.
I'll walk up to him and be like, that's a cool mace. Where'd you get that from?
I found it in the snowbanks in town a couple of days ago.
Oh.
Some idiot must have left it out.
Oops.
Yeah. They must have been really dumb. That looks so, like, well made.
It is
In my
quite
defense, one of them's blind.
It is quite a weapon. I have found great use out of it. You look a little bit closer. You see there's like dried blood on it. He just has this like aura of just like stick in the butt. It's a But you all wait. Do y'all want to say anything before Townspeaker Death comes down, or y'all just sit here waiting?
I want to get out of the cauldron.
Yeah, you climb
Since they know.
easily.
I'll go over to Heisei and be like, you gotta quit taking naps in random places.
Good
Trust
cover.
me, I know.
The tiefling speaks up. He says, Prudence, it's nice to see you. I had feared we would not see one another again. And he looks over towards the rest of you guys and he says, I see more familiar faces among the masses here. Sir Lancelot and Enoch, I knew the mission would be a success with you two a part of the crew. You two know that this is Scath. This is the militia captain. Whereas another party once said shit or scat or something like that, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was
He said-
Scab.
He said after he addresses Enoch and Sir Lancelot, he says, to the rest of you, he said, I don't really know the rest of you all, but my name is Scath, and I would like to extend a thank you for helping us retrieve Prudence and the Cauldron. I am the town's militia captain. You can take a seat while Dareth comes down. He should be done any second.
I'll walk up and shake his hand.
He shakes your hand. He shakes
Nice
your
to meet
hand.
you.
His grip is very strong.
Ooh, strong grip. Strong grip.
And he just nods.
I'll just,
Pleasure.
since Antiochus did it, I will follow suit and, as tight a grip as possible and just say, it's nice to meet another tiefling.
He shakes your hand, a strong shake. Probably doesn't hurt your hand as much as it hurt Antiochus because you are swole, as you said. But he says it's a pleasure to meet another tiefling. There are not many of us up here, but I've never seen a third one.
I mean, it helps in the cold, I'll tell you that much.
I can imagine. My tail gets quite cold.
I'll just walk over and sit down close to the cauldron.
Yeah, and he motions towards the rest of the cauldrons for all of y'all to sit down as well.
Can I go behind the bar?
You can try, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk over there and he kind of Scath walks with you, like he said, you don't need to go back there, buddy. What are you doing?
I've just never been back here before.
Well, you don't look old enough to drink, so you probably shouldn't go back.
I am.
See,
This side
half
of
of
me.
you is, but that half is not permitted. You can go half in the bar.
Okay.
But as far as I'm concerned, you are not allowed back there. Plus, I wouldn't want old Owen to get upset that his alcohol is gone.
Okay, sure. I'll just go sit on the stool. I start kicking my feet.
From above you all hear some you all hear the floorboards creaking, and as you look up at the sound, you see that Ethel, this old lady, she comes down. She's happy. She said, "Oh, I'm Ethel, by the way. It's nice to meet all of you. I hope you can come by my tavern once in a while. I own the wet trout, not the wet trout. I own the what the fuck was that called?" She scratches her head a little bit. I own the.
What town are you from again? Maybe I can help.
I live here. I own the Three Flags Sailing, and I own the Trip and Shuffle.
Gotcha.
I'm growing my business. But yes. Anyways, it's a pleasure. Oh, so lovely looking, quite tasty and scrumptious. I see. A moment later, on the second story, the door swings open, and a man dressed in this expensive-looking fur clothing stretched out. He leans over the rail, this huge smile crawling its way onto his face. And he is a human. He has this jet-black hair. His hair is slicked back a little bit. And his beard is also slicked down. He looks very presumptuous, very, very much like a well-groomed man. And he walks down the stairs. Well, what have we here? A job well done, I see. He reaches into like a little knapsack, pulls out a coin purse. Coin purses. I knew I could count on 2 of my Iron Quartet members to help see this task completed. And to the rest of you, thank you. Here's your payment, 300 gold pieces as promised to each and every one of you. And I'm sure Ethel here told you earlier that you can keep those axe pieces. And he throws the coins purses over towards all y'all.
Woo! Woo! Thank you.
Now that payment's been completed, Ethel, can you please paralyze all of them real quick? I'll take this next part. So much easier for me. You see the old lady. She makes this quick gesture, and all of your bodies stiffen up. You don't get to make a save. And those with your magical prowess, you find it strange that you can't resist this form. It impedes your body. It's as if you are contractually binded by something.
Oh shit!
Fail to save. So all your bodies stiffen up. Knowing that, this Ethel character must be extraordinary. She must have an exceptional amount of power, or there must be something else that you can't really understand. But you can still hear and see everything. You just can't move. You're just stiff.
Paralysis demon.
You see Prudence, though, is still free to move around. And she looks around uneasy as she says, "What's going on here?" And there, as he climbs down the stairs, and he says, "Well, Prudence, earlier this morning, I received a message from you outside of our normal correspondence time, and, me being the paranoid type, I visited dear old Ethel here to see if I should be worried. I did not want all of my hard work to be unraveled by a single fuck-up. I just simply couldn't allow that. No. He makes his way downstairs, getting closer towards her, and you all watch as Town Speaker Nair's body, it shifts and it begins to melt and morph. His skin turns a grayish hue. He turns into a true doppelganger. He looks pale, his eyelids disappear, he looks disgusting. You can still hear his voice, but he doesn't have a mouth anymore. He just talks, and it comes out of some orifice or some unseen orifice. Ethel, thankfully, was already in the know. It seems her sister's killers were greedy and took with them a trinket that Ethel can see and hear through. Want to know something early, common? You've been compromised. Town Speaker Daneth, Captain Arlagath, some dumbass adventuring party that I do not have in my pocket know about you. You're sloppy. And sloppy's bad for business. I cannot have sloppiness. You understand that, don't you? Prudence speaks back up. I understand, but I'm good. I haven't been compromised. I'm a valuable resource. You need me. I am a benefit, sir. I can I know secrets about these people. I can give you trade secrets. I know. They interrogated me, and I played them. They fell for it. They trust me. And she begins like back up like slowly. And there it says, "You are beneficial to me. That's why I have taken the actions that I have." Ethel, as promised in our agreement, you can have the cauldron. It's all yours. I see no need for it. And the other adventuring party, you can do what you need to make sure they are dealt with properly. I wouldn't want to rob you in avenging your sister's death. See to it, or I will. Thanks again. Thanks to all of you. And he motions towards all of you. East Haven's guards and their captain have all been taken care of. Now I get to take care of Townspeople Dan soon enough, but that's for another day. That's for another job. And Shander has been informed and has been cleared to make a move for power and Goodmead, so we don't really need you. Shander is going to reclaim Goodmead. I will kill Townspeaker Daneth. I will have the power in Icewind Dale. I will have the majority of the council's voting power, it seems. We will keep these idiot-ass Dell folks stationary, so that Zardarok's beast can lay ruin to this place. I can't wait. It'll be quite a show. It's going to be a shame that you won't get to see it. Scath, can you do what you need to? And he points over. Nerith points over to Prudence, and you see Scath grabs that Obsidian Black Mace and walks over to Prudence, very menacingly. You guys are just watching. You see Scath, this large tiefling. He swings this mace down at an incredible speed. It's so fast that it's hard to even recognize he swung it. He crushes her skull caves in, and she just dies. And her form reverts back to that of a doppelganger. She lays there, a gray puddle of flesh. As the blood on the mace drips slowly, you see that the mace itself absorbs the blood. You see that this tiefling's horns grow ever so slightly larger, and his muscular form begins to swell a little bit bigger. Scath looks over to Townspeaker Nerith, and he says, "Man, I love being bad." And Nerith speaks back up. I know that's right. All right, now that I will not have to deal with her sloppiness anymore, let's make sure none of you remember exactly what happened, because that would be a problem. Ethel, can you do what you're able to do? Can you help me modify their memories a little bit? Let's make them, remember finishing the quest. Let me remember them getting paid. Maybe moving on with hopes of one day reconvening and becoming adventurers in this godforsaken land. But any conversations that have been had in here or anything said in here that doesn't support that idea, just let that be. Replace it with whatever you want. He looks each of you up and down, and he smirks. Congrats on being heroes. You guys really saved my ass and did a lot of work. He begins to move. He actually moves his hands a little bit. You see, it looks like he's trying to cast a spell as well, and Ethel does it in tow. And as he does that, Kitris, you hear in your head that other voice. Except it's not speaking common anymore. It's speaking infernal. And it says, in this very, very gravelly, low voice, it sounds different than what it says. Levistus, I beg thee, deliver us aid. Kitris's body begins to glow this blue aura. The aura envelops and spreads all around. All your eyes begin to strain as this glowing, just huge ball of bluish energy glows, and your ears start to ring. A strong winds whip around all of you, and you begin to hear shouting. You hear Nerith say, "Scath, kill the glowing one! It's doing something!" And Scath runs over with his mace, or obsidian flail. I think it's a mace. And he swings it downwards at you, Kitris. And at that moment, right before it makes contact, each one of you feel the sudden jolt of magic that pulls you into the ground. The tavern is gone. And all you see below you is snow and ice. The snow and ice is moving fast. moving fast towards you as winds whip around each of you, making you feel disoriented. And you notice that you're flailing and sprinting around as you each realize that you are plummeting through the air, falling from the sky. And that's where we're going to end the night session, as the side party has dealt with stuff, learned some stuff. Thanks for tuning in, everyone that can. Sorry we ran a little late, Nate. I tried to
That's all right.
wanted to get it out before we got that.
Yeah.
Gotta get a good cliffhanger for it.
That was
Pick
pretty
back up when
good.
y'all come back.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you stayed around and watched, that's gonna be it for tonight, folks. We will be live next week, next Sunday, with our original party coming back to the fray, as they look forward to going to Good Meat to try to earn a seat on the council, and try to, before they even know, they might have to deal with Jandar or some doppelganger that they learned about today that is trying to run for council as well. But we'll see. Hopefully the main party finds a name for their the group. I will say there is a very cheeky thing that I have typed up that I think is very funny. But thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching. That's going to be it for tonight, folks. So thanks for stopping by, and thanks for ending your week with us, and then maybe even beginning your week if it's past midnight. Thanks all. Night.
Good night.
Good night. You can go home now.